What's up?
Hey, all right, everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Jay Banks. You know what day it is? Tuesday, live podcast inside Native, man. So as always, you know I got my guy AI in the building.
Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing?
What's cracking? I like that you're always rocking that Native, bro. It's like I get that from so many people too, man. So many people come in and they're like, bro, he just rep. Where am I hearing that? Oh, on my own phone. Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So sorry about that, man. So there's been some complications on the podcast the last couple weeks that I do want to address. So if you watch the podcast with Joey Cook and Namar, we usually do 60 frames a second. This is 60 frames a second. It's super dope. We didn't get that out of his podcast, and we didn't get that out of Matt Waters' podcast because we tried going live on Instagram through a third party. So there was this thing called Yellow Duck that we download that actually helps us go live on Instagram as well as TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, right? We go live on all those. Mm-hmm. So we tried adding Instagram, and those were the ones that bogged everything down. That third-party app didn't work out too well.
It was not good.
No, bro. And it's so disheartening, too, because it's like we're so good at what we do, and then we're like, all right, let's try to add this one other thing in just to see if we can make it look a little bit cooler. And it just fucking throws a wrench in the whole tire, bro.
And you don't even, like, in the time, it just ruins the whole entire... I mean, the audio is still solid. We can still do it on Spotify and whatnot, but, like, the video is such a big aspect to this. So the fact that it slowed it down... I mean, you can definitely still watch it, but I understand if your patience is thin. But listening to it, there's a lot of good gems in there if you want to take a good listen to that podcast, especially with Joey for sure.
And we're gonna actually, we're gonna offer to bring them back on at a later date. And so what we were saying today, this episode is potentially episode 112. We were trying to figure out how many episodes we're in. We're in about season 5 right now, but we've been recording once a week since 2019. We took a little bit of time off, but if you're looking at it that way, you're talking 52 weeks a year. You know, even if we only film for 3/4 of that, like we're still at a couple hundred podcasts by now.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things, and that's one of the things that I'm terrible at, bro. That I want to get better at is like just organizing everything. Like we had our 10-year reunion last week or 2 weeks ago or a month ago or something. Where it was like I was hopping on my Facebook, bro, and it was like 10 years ago, like you open up the store here in Dayton, and I was like, God damn, really? And I didn't even say thanks or nothing. Like I've got my head in the dirt, bro. I'm like one of those ostriches, bro. My head's all the way in the sand, and I'm just gonna pop it back up, and all the tide is gone. I'm just gonna be looking around, and going, where'd everybody go?
All right, but the party ended 2 hours ago, man. Oh
yeah.
Man.
But so it is an open podcast, man. So we got a couple other guys on the other side of the table, man. Now you guys have always popped in. You guys have been on the podcast before. You're friends of the brand. We wanted to bring you in so that we can actually just have a straight powwow today, man. So we can just get drunk, just talk about what's going on, life events, all the crazy shit that's happening in the world, man. So go ahead and introduce yourselves. Go ahead and say your social media handles if you want to. Go ahead and get them out there, man.
My name is Mike Jones, and it's National Bourbon Day, baby.
It is, bro. Cool. So you actually said that, too. You're like, all right, it's National Bourbon Day. So we talking bourbon? I'm like, oh, shit, there's National Bourbon Day, and we didn't even know about it, bro. Like, again, something else that we need to have written down and in our repertoire. So it's like, all right, National Bourbon Day lands on a Tuesday. We should have Revival down here. You know, Brad Bonds with Revival.
Seriously.
For sure. So,
dude, there's a lot of good bourbon around. So, like, there's a lot of options.
You know what's crazy, bro? So, are you a big bourbon fan?
Yes.
So, they've been telling me that it's oversaturated right now, right? But I think the only reason why it's oversaturated is because we're sitting in the honey hole, right? Like, it's oversaturated to us because we're living in Kentucky and there's so many bourbons that are being released and everyone's trying to one-up one another. But, you know, when it comes to it, people in California, people in Phoenix, Arizona, like they don't get the drops like we do, right? So like we're so lucky to be in the middle of it where we can just drop to Party Source and get one of their hand-picked barrels, or even Holiday House across the street, bro. Nandu over there at the Holiday House is always doing hand-picked barrels of like phenomenal bourbons. And that's basically like a gas station with no gas, bro.
Right,
like that.
Right.
Like
shout out to him, man. He's always stopping in the store too. So.
Yeah, they're fire over there.
Yeah, for sure.
We actually had a chance to drink Pappy over there with him. Have you ever had Pappy?
I never had Pappy before.
Take that. Make sure that mic is about
I never had that.
There you go.
Before,
just about
man.
a fist away from your mouth, so everybody can hear you.
There you go.
There you go. You can just move it around wherever you need to, man. To
Yeah,
get
man.
comfy.
Get it right. Yeah.
But so I've never had it either up until the Bengals beat the Chiefs, bro. We were all down here at the Bengals victory party down here at the Levee.
Yeah, dude.
And
Good
Nandu
times.
came over. He was like, if the Bengals beat the Chiefs, I'm gonna go over to Holiday House and pull out a bottle of Pappy. And I'm like, no, you're not. He's like, oh, I swear, I'll do it. And so we won. And I told my wife, I'm like, hey, like Nandu said he's going to pop open a bottle of Pappy. She was like, hell yeah, I've been wanting to try that. And all of a sudden he was like, hey, I'm going to be at the hotel, at the A-Loft Hotel next door. And Kayla was like, oh, Jesus Christ, I don't want to go to a hotel party to have a shot. And I'm like, no, he's with his family. Like, I'm sure everything's going to be fine. So we go over there and like Nandu, bro, is like, he's such a good human being, man. He's like, he's got his family there, his wife, the kids. Like, he rented out the hotel just for everybody so that he can watch the game down here, and then the kids can play pool or do whatever they want, swim in the pool that they have there as well. But yeah, it was one of those things, bro. Went over there, he opened up the bottle right there, and we took a couple shots, and then he tried giving us the bottle, and we're like, no, dude, like, what are you doing, man? Like, quit being crazy with it. But yeah, dude, he's such a good dude. So those guys over there, they always have the hand-picked bottles of bourbon, and they're good at what they do too, man. I don't know if they've got like a connection with like the
vendors.
Yeah, like I don't know how that goes, man. Like, so can we just, as Native, can we just go down to like Buffalo Trace and just do a barrel pick, and we say this is our barrel, so then we buy the barrel, and then it's Native's like Native's pick, but it's still the same bourbon you can buy at Party Source, or is it tinted a little different in
I know
our
there's
favor?
some bourbon companies or factories you
Mike
can take
Jones.
tours for sure, man. I love it, dude. I've been drinking bourbon since I was like 16.
Oh shit! All right, and did you know the difference between bourbon and whiskey back then?
I did not.
No, neither did I, bro. Neither did I.
Now I graduated the Scotch. I like sipping on some Scotch.
Okay, so
That's that
you
grown man stuff right there.
That's
Yeah.
grown man
Serious
shit.
grown man stuff.
I still can't get used to that stuff, bro.
Just gotta sip it, dude. Don't chug it.
Yeah. You know, it's funny too, man, like those older versions. So I've got a funny story. I was in FB's in Cincinnati, Ohio. FB's was like this old Frank Barron bar. It was super cool. But I was there with Nathan Favatella's older brother, Eli, who was one of the producers of our podcast in the first 2 seasons. But we were down there, and damn, now I can't even remember his name now, bro. He was the coach for the Cubs and the Reds. Black dude.
Dusty.
Dusty Rose.
Dusty Baker.
Dusty Baker. Yeah, Dusty Baker. So Dusty Baker was down there, and I was from Chicago, and I actually had one of my cousins in from Chicago, which was crazy. He was in town pitching for like an elite sports team. So Dusty was down there. We were talking to him, and the owner of FB's, one of the owners comes over and says, "Hey, we'll do a shot of something." I didn't hear what he said, but I was like, "Hey, make it 3, and I'll pay for him." Because I want to do a shot with Dusty. And then Eli was there. I was like, yo, make it 4. I'm like, all right, cool. So they poured 4 shots of bourbon, whatever it was. And then we go to take it, and they give me the bill, and it was $178 a shot. Wow. A shot. And it was, I can't remember what it was now. It's the one with the crystal bottle. So whoever drinks the last shot gets the bottle. That's like the rule to this thing.
You said it was
$178 a shot, bro. And like so when I looked over, like I was like, yo, Eli, don't take that yet. Hold on. And I was like, bro, hold on, wait, $178 a shot. This is almost an $800 bill. And Bill Foster, he was the 4th dude. He was like the one of the owners of FPs. He's like, oh, don't worry about it, dude. I'll pay half. I'm like, that's still $350, bro. I can't do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, man, don't worry about it, man. Just take the shot. Let's go. And so we all took the shot together. But it's like, holy cow, bro! Like that was insane.
If I take a shot like that, I need to. Hey, I better be able to see the future.
So
Right.
that shot was one of the
True.
nastiest shots, bro. It was like it just tasted like dust. Like it didn't taste like a wine that, like, you know, harnesses all the flavors over years and shit. Like it was just one of those things where like it tasted old to me, bro. It didn't taste like. But then again, I like 7 and 7s, man. You know what I mean? I like something with a big sugar content, something that has like a little flavor to it. So,
but $100 and 78 $78 a shot.
Ooh,
that's like just
Lord.
rich people giving other rich people money.
For sure,
Literally,
bro.
like I mean, you got like that's people are.
I can't believe I can't remember the name of it because it's one of the most popular shots out there.
You said the
right?
bottle was like a
crystal. The
crystal?
bottle's made out of crystal. So
That's insane.
the theory is the last person to take the shot is supposed to get the bottle, regardless. Like the bar isn't supposed to keep it. Like whoever takes that last shot of that bottle gets to keep the bottle. But
is that a bar thing or is that the brand?
That's
thing?
the brand's thing.
Brand
Oh,
thing.
wow.
Okay.
But the bottle itself, the way it's like a circle, right? So you think you're at there's only one shot left. I'm gonna get it, bro. And like if I pour that shot left, there's still some in there. Like, God damn, I guess I didn't get it. You know what I mean? Tricks, bro. Just like Mischief, man. Oh my God, bro. So
This
do you
company, though.
Do you guys know about Mischief? It's a
you was
brand.
you was showing me about Mischief a couple of days ago.
Yeah, bro. So these guys, man, they just did another drop on Monday, and they sold 1,000 hats. So they made one hat, one color. So it's like making your native hat right there.
Yeah.
But only one color, one brand, and doing 1,000 of them. And then so every Monday they do this drop, and it's at the point now where you've got probably, I would say, 100,000 people, maybe more than that hop on right at 10 a.m. for that drop as soon as that app says, hey, new stuff released. And so they sold 1,000 hats to one person, bro, for $8,000. Okay. So this dude bought 1,000 hats for $8,000, and then it was sold out. So by the time I hopped on at 10:02. It said this entire drop is sold out. If you want to buy it, here's the link to StockX. Now, what they just did was they just made one hat, and they said one person's going to get it. We're going to give you a hell of a deal. So they sold 1,000 hats for $8 each. This guy bought it $8,000 worth of hats, but now he's in control of all of it, bro.
So he bought all the hats.
So now he puts them on eBay and he sells them for actually they're already offering $50, $60, $70 per hat. So even at average, if the hats are only $50 a hat, 1,000 hats, he made $50,000 on an $8,000 investment, bro.
Oh yeah,
Sounds
he just
like
flipped
PS5.
Bro,
it.
it's
He flipped
crazy. He flipped it, bro, and like that.
Seriously, that's a
flipped
great
it.
comparison. Yeah.
And he did all the legwork by letting it be a part of one of these Monday drops. So when Monday happens, people like me and like Supreme's got millions of people that wait for it now, right? So when Supreme does the drop, everything's gone within 2 or 3 minutes. Like you got to put it in your cart and you got to check out right away, or you're gonna lose on it. But this dude, like, you know, Mischief is just so genius, man. It almost aggravates me that I'm not as good as that, because like I feel like I'm really smart when it comes to like thinking outside the box, bro. But these guys are just
for sure
light years ahead.
They're so far ahead. They're thinking of things that don't even matter, and we think they matter.
Yeah.
Like stuff that shouldn't even be in existence, and they're out here just dropping it on monthly to weekly drops. It's not even like it's not this grand idea that they're dropping on, you know, June 15th, right? They're dropping it
Once a week, every
once
Monday.
a week. It's not just a big drop. It's a bunch of huge drops, and they're just doing it weekly. And it's who they must have their cat. They must have like 6 months
in advance.
Months in advance, 6 months ahead, because like
Have to.
I can only imagine what 6 months. What they're thinking of right now is 6 months from now, dude.
Because of how much more money they're gonna have too.
Right.
Like they're gonna have so much more
Because
money
people
to
are
play with.
investing in the company by buying the stuff.
That's like
it's
Mr. Beast, bro. Mr. Beast is insane when it
another
comes to
genius,
YouTube.
Yeah. That dude is.
And by the
You
time
know who he is? You familiar with him?
I
Yeah.
love
by the
Mr.
time we
Beast.
see what they got going on, they already on to the next thing.
100%, bro. And everyone's gonna be trying to play catch up at that point. And that's the
Yep.
thing, man. Like, you know, and I saw the photo of what this dude looks like, and I'm thinking to myself, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Like, it's always this guy. It's always that guy, that one that probably no one paid attention to in high school, right? He was probably nose deep in his computer trying to do his own thing.
Yeah.
And now he's the owner of one of the most influential and I wouldn't say provocative, but like he he toys the line with.
He pushes boundaries.
He pushes boundaries with everything.
Yeah.
With when it comes to, I mean, we do too. Like I've been doing that for a long time, and it's funny because I'll still get these piece of shit people that pop up on my Facebook page. It's like, hey, you stole that logo from Bass Pro Shop. I like it though, bro. And I'm thinking to myself, like you don't get the concept though, man. Like I'm trying to bounce the ball in a different basketball court. I'm not trying to go to the YMCA and play with these small T-shirts, right? These T-shirt brands. I want to go to Rutgers, bro, and I want to play in that basketball stadium, right? I want to be there where it's all street and it's like only the strong survive, right? Like that.
Sure.
That's our type of mentality. So, and if if one of these Bass Pro Shop hats, yeah, bro. So like one of these Bass Pro Shop hats, like if it ends up getting pulled and we got to pull them off the shelves, then that just makes that hat more valuable to all of our fans, right? And that's the one thing. Like him and I were talking every Monday. We have like a powwow where him and I just talk for an hour, bro. And it's just about everything that happened on Saturday and Sunday. Because thankfully, like I've got a home life now because of him and Tyrell. I'm able to like allocate life and business accordingly, man, which is incredible. So, but I'm missing out on Saturdays and Sundays. So now it's just them two running the store on the weekend. So I come in, the store's depleted of clothes, depleted of hats, and we just got a Monday morning and we just get back in here. Just what sold the most, Oh, the Smokey the Bear shirts were flying this weekend. All right, we'll order more of those. So we printed all those up today, and we're just gonna keep printing every day. We print more stuff, and then when Friday comes around, I'll leave here around 6, and all these little ideas and dreams and little soldiers that I've created, they get sold. They walk out into the world, and then somebody else is wearing them, and those soldiers are bringing back two more fans, right?
I was working behind the bar, and I met a guy. He came here. He got one of those Smokey the Bear shirts. It was with the like the cream. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he had it on.
Dope, bro.
Yeah, he
AI told me they were flying this weekend, man.
They were. Every person that walks in the store picking up it. At least if they didn't buy it, they're picking it up.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I'll just watch what they're doing because we don't have a huge store. It's small enough to catch every part of the store, but like I'll see people look at the stuff.
It's got to be a nostalgia factor. There's got to be something there where
it's
they're
got to
like
be the nostalgia. It's got to.
Yeah, something's there,
got
but
to.
they always pick it up, put it down, whatever the case may be. But they're picking that up. They'll walk through the whole entire store and see that shirt.
That's the one
It's
people
like-
gravitate to the quickest, I feel like, in the store. And it's got to be a nostalgia factor. Maybe something that, like, because ours is different than the original logo. Ours is promoting smoking, right?
Yes.
So everyone else is like preventing forest fires.
Yeah, if you look at it, like his eyes are all like
Pink.
pink
Yeah,
and
he's
like,
got a joint in his
yeah,
mouth. But
yeah, he's having a good time.
But that's one of those things where, like, maybe they're looking at it going,
Promote
"Oh
positivity.
shit,
His chill
kids
time,
nostalgia,
his
but with
Smokey's
an
chill time. Yeah.
kids nostalgia with an adult twist, bro."
Only native
Yep.
can prevent
Promoting
forest fires.
chillness and
Right?
positivity.
Yeah, bro.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you figure he's smoking. He's definitely not going to do fires. He's way too busy just sitting on his couch or whatever.
Make
So-
sure that shit's gone.
Right, he's not sharing it with no one. But yeah, like that shirt, seriously, there's got to be a nostalgia factor, and I think it's also like a logo that like it is different than anything else in the store. I will say that because it's got. Not that it's round, but there's just something about the physical logo that like it stands out amongst the crowd in the store of a crowd. It's a crowded store. We have a lot to look at. There's a lot of aesthetic here.
Mm-hmm.
You go through the store and you almost going through. People have compared it to a museum as of recently, which is pretty cool to hear. So it's retail. We call it interactive retail.
Yeah.
It's an experience, but they'll stop.
Patent and trademarked.
Boom. Yeah, take that to the bank.
Interactive
But-
retail.
Interactive retail.
First
That's
of many.
us. Yes, sir. But they will stop through the entire store to look
Ricky
at the
Bobby,
Smokey.
number 1.
They'll stop and look at that Smokey shirt, and I'm just like, of all the things to look at, that's it, over and over again. So I think the notice it's a bear that we all recognize, and then once they start kind of reading it, then they're like, oh, I gotta
details.
have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The details are everything. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of detail in the store, and it's very important because the human mind is so complex, and it's picking stuff up even if it's subconscious to you. You know what I mean? Even if you're not consciously realizing it, there's a lot going on,
And that's
important.
that's a good That's a good thing to bring up too, because when we first made those Smokey the Bear shirts, we just did the big logo on the front, right? Because it was like one of those things where, you know, when I hang the stuff on the shelves, and I think Tyrell turns everything around, because I'll go in the lab and it'll all be chest forward with the small logo in front. And which I understand. Most stores, it's always everything's always chest forward when it comes to the clothes.
Yeah.
But we've got this 16 by 20 platen, so our logos are oversized, like that you can't really find in most stores. So I usually have the back first. So like I want to show that, hey, this big logo is on the back. And so the first shirt that we did for the Smokey the Bear, the logo was just on the front. And after we did those, well, they definitely sold. Yeah. But I didn't like the way they looked, because they looked more like Cincy shirts than a brand, right?
Okay.
So the next time we made them, I made a 5-inch logo on the front and then a 13-inch circular logo on the back. And Andrew was like, "Why did you do the extra step, right? Like, you know, because there's twice as much work that goes into it. You got to print twice on the shirt instead of one time. You got to pre-treat twice instead of one time. It's
a whole shift." Change. It's a whole shift.
It's doubling the amount of work you have to do.
Yeah.
But I told him, I was like, I want this shirt to look like you work at the Forest Preserve, right? Like I don't want it to look like a shirt that's, hey, look at me. I want it to look like a shirt that you just got off work. And unless you can actually see the detail in it, that there's a joint in his mouth, that his eyes are pink, like. Those are the subtle things that I wanted. So I went ahead and went above and beyond for that shirt, because there's a difference between being the t-shirt company and being a streetwear brand, right?
Yeah.
And it's those subliminal things that you were talking about, bro, that you don't really notice. Like if you can print over 11 inches wide on a shirt, it's going to stand out so much more than any other brand, because when it comes to companies, they only go 10.5 wide, right? Because most companies, if you order a run of shirts, you do extra small through double XL or small through double XL, and the silkscreen company is going to do one logo. This logo needs to fit on the small shirt and not look too big, and this logo needs to fit on the double XL shirt and not look too small. So there's a medium that they put there. But with the DTG printer, bro, we can, like, when a small shirt comes in, we just shrink the logo down. We don't have to do all these extra steps that a silkscreen company has to do, right? So, like, if you're able to print over 11 inches wide, there's a subliminal thing that you see when you see that shirt. You go, wow, I like that. And then you know, if it's $3 more than the tees at Dick's Sporting Goods or one of those places, you're gonna understand why mentally. You're not gonna say, "Oh, the logo is 15 inches wide on the back. That's why I like this." You're just gonna see it and you're gonna go, "Wow, this is fire," and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing.
I see what you're saying.
I just walked in today and I seen you wearing that shirt you're wearing right now.
Yeah, you picked it up, bro.
I went in the back room in the lab and
came
got
right
it.
out with a
came
shirt.
right out. I want this.
My man, we just printed them today too, bro.
Affirmation, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. And that's the thing, man. It's like that's something else we've noticed too. Is like if you wear it, they want it, right? So like we try to wear stuff that we have in stock that's not out of stock, and it's funny too, man, because like people will just be like, "No, I want that one. I want what you're wearing." Like, no, we've got it in like baby blue, mint. You know, we don't have the white one in.
But they want what you're wearing no matter what. So, like, there's some cool stuff that I have. My favorite hat is the NativeTV hat, but we don't have any more of those in stock, so I can't wear that unless I'm out in public. And then when I'm out and about, I'm still repping the brand. It doesn't matter. But I'm in store, gotta wear what's on the shelves because they legitimately don't want anything but what's on your chest or on your head. And you're like, man, I just learned to don't wear it. I'm like, just don't wear it. Make sure I have what's in the store every time because like it sells itself. And like the point is, you know, we're still ultimately selling clothing, but like people want to be in, you know what I mean? Like they want to feel a part of it, and you're a part of it. They're in. It's a collective thing. Like it's not like, oh, I want to be like you. It's more like, hey, I like where they're at. I want to be on their same train. Let's get on that train. And he's here right now. I'm here right now. I want what he has, and I can't get it to him. I can't get him that shirt. It's a feeling. I'm like, dang man, like I just missed out on not only the sale, but I missed out on a fan that's not going to walk out the store. He may or may not come back. I don't know. You know, I'm not in his life, but like, it's just one of those things. It's a missed opportunity overall. So, gotta wear what's in the store. So it's like, but the best part about it is like we're always coming up with new stuff. There's so much happening, so that it's like there's
Fresh
a lot
teas
of
baked daily,
fresh
bro.
teas, and there's a lot of options. The options are cool, so like you can be a part of it, and there's a bunch of different styles. It's not just my style. This is my style, like the blue look, whatever. But Tyrell, he's all about the red.
Yep.
It's just we just kind of stay in our own lanes, and we like what we like. I mean, we're all comfortable with who each other are, whatever. So like it's just you wear what you like, and we print to what we like, and we have different personalities, so it fills the store. We're all very different, all three of us.
It's funny too, bro.
That's what's dope about it.
Yeah.
What's dope.
And that's you know, one of those things, man. Like when Tyrell works the store, it's Juice World, right? It's like that's his
We love
vibe,
Juice
and,
WRLD.
Juice
and so
WRLD,
he gets to control the stereo. He gets to control the vibe of the store. You know, when Andrew's here, he puts on.
a lot of Brockhampton.
Yeah, you've been playing a lot of Brock.
And Red Hot Chili Peppers too, though.
So I play a lot of Chili Peppers in the morning because we've got like you know, from 11 to like 2 or 3, the demographic is way different, bro. Like I don't even know. I need to tell you this because you're not here during the weekdays, but there are so many people that come from Texas, bro. That like I'm starting to like digitally remember the area codes, and they are all coming here for the Arc.
The Arc.
The Arc, yeah.
Yeah, the Arc in Kentucky down south a
So
little, yeah.
and it's everybody, bro. Like it's two.
What's that?
It's two. So
a bunch of people came this weekend for that, actually.
yeah, every week that they're coming
Yeah.
down. Like if we actually sold like Arc merch, we probably would kill it. So the Creation Museum, it's over on 275, and it's basically like it's. I've never been there, so I don't know exactly
I haven't
what it
been
does.
either. I
But
haven't been either, so.
it either disputes evolution or coincides with it,
Yeah.
right? But they built the Ark, which is in Williamstown, Kentucky. So it's like 75 south. Like it's not too far. It's only like maybe 15 miles from here, 20 miles from here.
Like you said, the Ark.
The Ark, bro.
Like-
so they
Like the
Like-
Ark, they
like
carried
Noah's
two,
Ark.
Like
two of
Noah's
each
Ark?
animal.
Like they
yeah, like Noah's Ark. They replicated
recreated
the Noah's
it.
Ark where they put all the animals on.
Yeah, they recreated it. Yeah,
they recreated Noah's Ark to a T, bro. I think they actually used the same tools and everything to build it. Like they didn't structure it the way that like we could do it now. Like they used the like older nails. I could be completely wrong on this, but
I've never been.
I think I
sounds
remember
accurate, though. Yeah.
reading a story about it.
yeah.
So, but you know, I mean, obviously, if you got people come from Texas once a week to come see here, then obviously it's pretty
Yeah.
pretty intricate and pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
People here from Minnesota this last weekend that came to see it. A whole group of people from Minnesota came down just for it.
So
alone.
they'll all come in. They'll all
Yeah.
have little lanyards on with their little name badge on it, and like they're all 60, 70 years old, and every one of them is from Texas, bro. Like all of them. Like every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll get it, and they'll just be cruising through here, and it's funny because like we'll be. You know, like I said, Juice WRLD plays when Tyrell's here. But we get so many of these like old people that come in. It's like I'm just gonna play Chili Peppers, bro, because Chili Peppers are one of those bands that like,
Cross
bro, you go
generations.
to a Chili Peppers concert and you've got an 8-year-old and an 88-year-old, bro. It's so
And they
fucking cool, bro. It's insane seeing the type of pull that the Chili Peppers have. And no one's able to replicate the sound, right? Like they're in kind of a lane of their own with this
Literally, yeah.
California vibe. Like, there's a couple bands that made like Iration or 311 that have like a beach vibe, but nobody has a California street
Yeah.
skateboard surf vibe like the Chili Peppers do, bro.
Right. Sublime,
Yeah.
Sublime 311. They were like, I mean, Nirvana tried like Nirvana.
I feel like 311, Sublime, like they've got their own genre,
Yeah, they do.
right?
They really do, yeah.
And the Chili Peppers are still in a genre of their own.
Dude, the Chili Peppers was my favorite band in high school. That's how I learned how to play bass watching Flea. Literally, and I read Scar Tissue.
Bro,
it was a whole day. I was obsessed.
Mike, bro. So he's a screamo, right? Did you know that?
I
So
didn't know that.
he was a lead singer of a screamo band.
Same type of band as Michael Bishop's.
Bishops,
Just
yeah.
like his band. I played with his band. Like we did headline shows together and stuff. Me and him go way back. That's how I
Yeah.
know him. So I started stopping in, like to see him what's up at the bar or whatever. But like,
Right.
because like Michael works here, man, that's crazy. Like he's out there like killing it on the guitar. Like
He's a beast.
Dude, he's a beast. So
He
good.
does
They just played a
pedals
show.
and everything, man.
Oh yeah, he
He's
kills
on
it.
it.
But But yeah, so I did that same genre like he was saying.
Yeah, and he was actually, when he first started, he was trying to sound like Anthony Kiedis, right?
When I first started, yeah, and then I had a singing teacher. Literally, like when I first started, like really like figuring my voice out, I was always sounding like Anthony Kiedis when I would sing on purpose because that's what I grew up listening to. And my singing teacher, she was like, "No, he sings wrong." Everyone in the music community, the singer community.
There's not a wrong or right way.
Well,
to do
there's
music.
a proper
It's all
technique.
subjective.
There's a technique, and the way he does it, she's like, everyone in the singing community, we all know how successful the Chili Peppers are, but we all know he sings completely. The way he does it, like professionally, is completely wrong. And she was like, "No, sing like him." She's like, "He's a one of a kind." And she'd always say, "It's like Anthony Kiedis," because she'd know his name because everyone wants to sing like him. And that day they did too. And she's like, "Anthony Kiedis is a one of a kind." I've said this to 100 students. You can't. Don't do that. And I was like,
does she control
properly.
everybody? Because I feel like no one has ever tried to like jump in his shoes.
I don't. She was. I had to leave because she wanted me to sing country. Because she thought my voice fit country, and she wanted me to take me to Nashville. She's like, "I can do this and this." She's very proper, and like I eventually went to a different coach that would teach me to sing and scream properly together. Like I could scream properly and I could sing, but like to mesh them, there was one guy in Dayton, Ohio that taught people how to do that. So I eventually started driving to Dayton, Ohio to learn from him. But at first, I would learn through a lady named Jennifer Peterson. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. She's a great woman, but she did not like how Anthony Kiedis sang, and she was like knew his name. She's like, "I don't even listen to him, but I've listened to him, but he does not sing right. But he's a one of a kind. He's super famous. I understand." And like is a whole thing apparently, and I didn't understand. She did, but like she was like Anthony Kiedis' style. It's a one of a kind. Can't be really replicated. Because I would always try to do what he would do, like Californication. That album, man. Dude, that album, by the way, that album, everything that they've done, man, even the early stuff like Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic, everything like was.
Californication was probably one of the greatest albums ever made.
Dude, Californication,
even the album
an anthem,
cover
man.
was fire.
Yeah. Oh,
the red pool.
Yeah. I play Stadium Arcadium in the store a lot. I like that album a lot.
That's because that song Charlie, bro. That's why he played that.
You know,
but
I didn't even have Charlie
at the same time, bro. Like
I have her now.
So Stadium Arcadium came out when I was living in Tampa, bro. So this is 25 years after like Chili Peppers came out, and like 20 years, and they drop a double album, dude.
I have the physical album
to think that you've got enough music in your arsenal after 20 years to come out, not only to come out with a double album, but the songs on it were fire, bro. Like that album was so good. Yeah. So like the fact that you got that much music and that much like I mean obviously it's Flea, right? Like if you figure it out, you know Flea's the one that wrote most of the music and most of the songs.
He does a lot, man. He does a lot. He's a really talented dude outside of even playing bass.
Bro, we were watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas the other day because obviously Johnny Depp's been crushing the game lately, and Kalen, huge Chili Peppers fan, right? And we're watching. I'm sure just like everybody, bro. Like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is one of those movies where like everybody's seen it, but no one's watched it from A to B, right? So she's watching it, and it's the scene where Johnny Depp's in the bathroom, and he spills Coke on his shirt, and Flea walks in. And so Flea's like, it's like this like psychedelic moment where like Flea's like sniffing the cocaine off of his sleeve, and they're strangers, and then like some other guy walks in and sees like two guys like sniffing each other's clothes, and he just like slowly walks out. And I'm telling Kayla, I'm like, that's Flea. She's like, no, it's fucking not. I'm like, bro, like Flea is so dope. He's in so many of these fucking like random movies, bro. Yeah. Like he always plays like this like little. That's that Cali kid in him, man. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like he's just playing these little feature roles that he gets, bro.
Dude, you should read Scar Tissue if you ever get a chance.
I wish I would have, man. I wish I would have, because I had a lot of people that told me
Scar Tissue, the book,
told me
What's
wrong.
It about?
It's his life.
It's about Anthony Kiedis' life.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he talks about everything. He talks about like helping,
losing his virginity to his
Blackie. Blackie is his dad's girlfriend. Yeah, his dad like made it happen. His dad made it happen.
His dad put him on to a chick?
At like 12 or some
12,
shit.
At like 12 years old. Yeah. Young. Blackie is dad. His dad is crazy. Well, look up Scar Tissue if you ever get a chance to read it. It's worth every word is well written, and it's really interesting, and he's like the most interesting life on top of music. It's just, yeah. I mean, he helped Nirvana get started. The first Nirvana's first big tour was with the Chili Peppers and stuff. So like,
really,
yeah. So he was like, we were like had this little band that was wanting to open up for our tour, blah 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 blah. And like it's the very end of the chapter, and he's like, he's telling about the band. He's like, oh yeah, the band's name is Nirvana. I'm like, oh, he gave Kurt Cobain, his send off basically. Yeah.
You know they played at Murphy's Pub. Nirvana played at Murphy's Pub.
You talking about over in Clifton?
Yeah.
Off the hill.
Yep.
Okay.
That small ass bar, bro. Nirvana played there.
Damn,
and I've got the flyer, so I actually made a T-shirt with the flyer and everything, bro. Like, it's so dope because like the flyer is only 2 colors. It's like super like 90s. It's literally like it's like overexposed type thing.
Yeah.
But it's got. I would love to be able to get a hold of the company that promoted it or put it on, because then on the flyer it basically says like NativeTV Presents, right? Like whatever their company was.
Yeah.
Nirvana, and then like it had like the picture of like Kurt Cobain, but it's just like a 1-color picture, and it was like live at Murphy's Pub, and it had like some other band on there that was opening up for him. But like it's ridiculous,
wild,
dude.
actually.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, I contacted Murphy's Pub to see. I was like, yo, like I would love to like mass produce these shirts for you guys. Like let's roll. But I wouldn't do it without
Consent
from the original people that threw the party, right? Even though Murphy's Pub was the place that had the event, like whoever
Actually
made
hosted
that
the event.
flyer,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that they get the flowers too, right?
Could they sue you for copyright for doing that?
No, because they never trademarked it, right?
Oh, okay.
So they never would have trademarked any of that. Any of that stuff is like, it's such a. It's unless you've got documentation from the government, and that's the one thing, bro. Like the government wants their money, right? So like,
sure.
So it's funny because I own the word native in apparel, which is insane to think. It's almost more impressive than area codes in apparel, because the word native is like so synonymous, and like Native Americans have been printing clothes or putting Native Americans on clothes forever, right? But nobody has gone through the channels to tell the government, hey, here's some money, I want to use the word native, right? I was the first person to do that shit, which blows my mind, man.
That is crazy.
So same thing with the area codes. Oh, he's got it. Mike Jones, bro, you need to get that. You need to get that phone number.
Which one's that?
What was the number on the song?
Yeah, dude.
281-330-8004.
There it is. Thank God we got Kurt on the podcast, bro.
Hey, what do y'all think about crossplay with like different genres? You guys you don't see that enough. I feel like I remember back in 2004, my brother, he's a rapper, and my best friend Dustin was a rocker.
I love it, bro. I love it.
And I just thought of some shit back then. And I was like, man, you guys need to collaborate, make a song together. And they made this sweet little song. It wasn't even thought of yet.
Yeah.
And now it became a thing like 2 years later, but now it fell off again. That's the big part about being different in the business and the industry. You got to do something different,
bro. Like you never know what sticks too, man. So like Chip the Ripper is a friend of mine and a fan of the brand. And he made a song. It actually wasn't. He didn't even make a song. It was a freestyle he did on one of the radio shows, and it was interior crocodile alligator, right? So he was talking about his car and how his car had interior crocodile alligator like shit. But it was a whole freestyle he did, and then 10 years later, bro, TikTok all of a sudden, like all these kids are starting to do this dance to like this song. So Chip's like, this is crazy as shit, man. Like this was a freestyle that I did on like somebody's show. So he redid the song, and he was gonna come out with the music video, and he was gonna wear a native in it. I haven't seen the music video yet, but that's one of those things, man. You never know. Like it was this freestyle popped up 10 years later. Like now it's getting popular. Like, oh shit, I guess I need to remaster it. You know what I mean? Or record it because it was live. Yeah, that's wild, bro.
I be feeling like music move in waves.
It does, bro.
At one point, at a certain point in time, a particular thing might be cool, and then the next time around, something else might be cool.
Drops off
it's
quick,
moving in
bro.
waves.
Always, man.
That's how I be feeling about it.
And you got to stay on top of it too, man, because like especially with these young kids that come in, man, like the mumble rap and all that stuff that's popping up. There's all this new shit, new genres, and like Frank was talking about that. The new artist coming in had no clue who he was. He's like he'll bring 1,000 people to the show, and they'll all be kids with backpacks.
Yep.
He's like, so we just had to figure out how to accommodate it, right? But like it's bro, TikTok is crazy. There was a guy earlier today. There was a guy that came in, and I've heard about his brand for a couple years. So it's jewelry candles, right? So he created a candle company in like 2007, and nobody would buy shit from him, right? And so all of a sudden he started putting a ring inside the candle. So once all the wax was melted away, there was a little toy at the bottom of the thing, whether it be earrings or a necklace or a ring. Yeah, and he's like, blew up, bro. Blew up. So I trademarked it. So I was the only person that was able to do that stuff. And now he does like crypto candles where like there's a Bitcoin at the bottom of it.
What?
And there's a QR code on the back. So you scan the QR code and you can either win $5, $10, $50,
so
$100.
A portion of a Bitcoin, or do you get like?
So he's got his own wallet, so he'll send you $50 in Bitcoin if that's what you want.
Okay. So because like
he's got a team, bro. He's got a team.
That's a pretty
so
like hefty thing to take on. Yeah,
it's extensive. Yeah, no, it's definitely something that like you don't want to fumble the ball with that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But
for sure. You're dealing with real money.
So what he was like, bro, TikTok blew me up. He was like, I went to one of these guys, and I don't want to tell the whole story because I really feel like he wants the podcast and he wants to tell the story.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Cliff Notes is cool.
What he did was he actually went on TikTok and found somebody that was a coin collector. So this is thinking outside the box, and this is why like I already love this dude, man. Like I met him today, but so he found a coin collector, and he goes, okay, I want to put a $2 bill inside these cash candles. Right, and it could be up to $1,000 or something in this cash candle, but you won't know until the candle's completely melted on what you won. And the guy goes, "Okay, 25 grand is what I charge. I've got 1 million followers, and 25 G's is what I charge for a post." And he's like, "I can't do it, but
wow.
Let me just show you what it was." And the guy's like, "I love the idea, I love the concept," and it played in exactly what he was doing. So he's like. He's a coin collector, right? So rare $2 bills and things like that you can put in there. So
for sure, yeah,
that's how he blew up. So he was like, look at he's like, it had like 376,000 shares or something. Like, maybe that was likes, and it had 8,000 shares. Regardless, that's what put him on the map.
When you have thousands, you're in there because that's. At least a third of those people are going to share.
How much money you make after 8,000?
If it's a big thing,
I don't know.
I think it's at least like 100,000. You start making money.
Yeah.
On what platform?
Like on likes in general.
Depends on the platforms. The platform, like if you're going to YouTube, you have to get to a certain amount.
We're already we're not at 12,000 followers, and I'm already getting alerts saying that we can monetize the channel now.
Okay, now.
So not only through what I showed up like the Native Brands Instagram page. If I go just to like the management, it's showing me that I can monetize it now, and like I've actually set it up now to monetize it through Reels is what they're trying to do. They said,
I was just So like, what's the requirement for that? Like to monetize yourself off Instagram.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the monetizing is, man. I do know that we've had an up spike in likes or followers within the past like 6 or 7 months or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of it has to do with the counter that we have at the front, man. Like that. It has a live follower count. So every single time, if you go over there and scan it, and you follow the brand, right there it says your number 11,977. Mm-hmm. So you feel like you're part of the brand, bro. And like a lot of the times, there'll be 5 kids that are there. Like and when the kids are leaving the lab, once they're out of the white room, they're out of here, bro. They're straight to the door. So hey, follow us. Like maybe one kid will be like, yeah, what is it? Like, you know what I mean? But with this follower thing, all of them, like as soon as that moves and goes to 977, this kid goes, wait a minute, what just happened?
Light bulb.
Yeah, and so everybody, wait a minute, I want to do it. So we'll get 5 likes all 5 of the people in the group will like it instead of just the one, and then then we got a connection to that group. We got a connection to the whole crew, which is super cool, man.
Oh, for sure.
But so I've been getting these alerts saying, hey, you can monetize your stuff now. Start putting your stuff on Reels, and I think it said 1,000. I think it did comment or quote something at about 1,000. Like once you get 1,000 views, they'll start monetizing and paying you for it, which is great, man. Because we're at the point now where we fight for every single like that we get on Instagram, right?
Facts.
And just like 2 weeks ago, I got a message on my I got an actual text message that said, hey, your blue check is ready. We can help you get it.
Okay, now.
Here's the steps or whatever. And I didn't respond to it because I figured it was just a third party that saw that we met criteria, right? So I was like, what's this about? And then he's like, thenativebrand.com or at thenativebrand_, your Instagram page is eligible for the blue check. And we can help you get it for $150. We'll do the work, and then you'll get the blue check at the end of it. So, and I just screenshot it and sent it to him, and I'm like, all right. So obviously, we've met a criteria that these people know about, and so our phone's affiliated with the Instagram, of course. So that's how they got my number. But the fact that he was able to put at the @thenativebrand_ shows that it is our account, and I think we're at that point where we've grinded enough to the point where Instagram goes, okay, these guys are on an uptick, and we want to make sure that we're able to monetize him before he goes to TikTok, because Instagram, bro, they're getting away from photos. Like, they're trying to get away from photos quickly.
So they're trying to do like straight video,
bro.
Reels.
TikTok is the most downloaded app for the past 12 months, dude.
Yeah.
One full year. Can you imagine having the most successful app for a full year?
Dude, the technology behind the app and what they do is amazing. Not even to mention how popular it is.
Yeah.
So if you look through the entire TikTok world, it's amazing. Everyone has a chance. That's what the beauty of it. Everyone has a chance to go viral. It doesn't matter if you can have 0 followers, nothing. You can put your one video on of you, I don't know, doing a handstand and walking on your hands, whatever, being goofy, whatever. I don't know, something stupid.
Oh, he's telling the truth too,
it's
though.
True. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. You can do
is.
something enough impressive to get a few people like, oh, what's he doing? I'm gonna like that shit, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you got 300,000 likes on this one video of you doing something you do in your bedroom, whatever.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, now your account has, let's say, half of those people follow you. That's 150,000 followers, and all you did was like, I just filmed myself from my bed.
It's addicting.
And then on top of that, you get the 150,000 followers. So the next video you post, it goes into the same sea as everything, but those 150 see it plus everybody else.
Yep.
Now you're going to 250 followers. And before you know, you hit the 500,000, and all of a sudden TikTok's saying, you're like, hey, do you want to get paid to be a TikToker? And you're like, I've just done handstands or whatever. I've just done this that's all I've done. But yet, people find it fascinating enough to give you that heart because they don't restrict. Algorithms are a thing. We know that. We know that Facebook only allows you to see certain stuff. Whether you have to do your due diligence to see other people's stuff, go to their page, like it a bunch of times, then you'll see their stuff or whatever the case, or favorite them or whatever. TikTok doesn't have that restriction. You throw it in the sea. If it doesn't make it in the first sea, it goes into a smaller sea or like a river or a pond. It's like a water-based type of theory, whatever. So it goes into a smaller pond. If they start liking it, it'll go into a bigger pond and a bigger pond. Before you know it, you're viral. So since everyone has a chance, not only are they enjoying the app to take in the content, now they're feeling like people as humans, I can get my content there. I can look at crystals and I can show all my crystals that I bought at the flea market. A lot of girls like the crystals. It's really trendy thing that's going on right now. People just film their crystals, and before you know it, other people check in, and people go live on TikTok, and you can just watch them sit at their computers, and everyone's doing it. I'll go on TikTok, and I'm not really a huge fan of watching someone do it at their computer, but there's some market research because we're a brand, so there's stuff I should research. So I'll sit and watch this person. They're not doing anything fascinating, but yet there's 50,000 people watching this person.
Bro,
You can open Pokemon card packs. Literally, he's just opening Pokemon card packs. And I'm not even we looked at Pokemon cards today actually, but like, and it was something I played as a childhood. I only the first 150. That's where I'm at. I'm not anything the next generations after that. But these guys are just opening Pokemon card packs in front of 50,000 people.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You can be normal.
That's amazing.
You can be normal and find people that's into the same stuff you into.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And TikTok is literally centralizing
like,
that.
Right.
Hey, what's that one dude
Exactly,
named
man.
that made the funny videos? He don't even talk. You know what I'm saying? It's like Combi Lame, something like that.
The dude with the eyes that's always like
he make the funny facial
He doesn't
expression
even-
and
He
shows
doesn't
you
even-
the easy way to do it.
He
and
don't
shit.
even say a word.
Yeah. So
He like
it's like one of those split screens where like somebody on the left
You feel
side
me?
is like making pasta and doing something like way too extra, and he's like, wait a minute, and, like he'll just look at the camera and go.
The one I
yeah.
saw recently
Yeah,
was
I've seen it, yeah.
So he did like a double thing. It was I don't know how he did. It's just like some video editing type thing, but it was basically two of him.
Mhm.
You feel me? And they got cameras, and this girl it was like her birthday or something, and then you know how when it's your birthday they try to push your head in the cake.
Oh yeah.
So the girl tried to push her head into the cake, and she like moved out the way, and then like slammed the girl and threw it through the table.
Oh, shit.
And he had the camera, and he was like, he was like, I don't know. I thought it was funny.
That's
I thought the shit was
that's
funny
solid.
as hell.
But that's some editing that he had to
Yeah,
go
it
through the
was some
process,
editing,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So
some editing, but
right,
it
he
was
probably has
still funny as
followers.
But I
to that
think,
point,
but I
yeah.
think,
That
I
shit
think a
was
lot
too
of,
funny.
I think,
That's so
I
funny.
think TikTok is setting a lot of that stuff up too, though. Like, because you can do dual videos now, or whatever it is. So, like, when I'm posting my like our lab videos or like videos inside the hidden 7-Up machine, I can click dual or not dual, so people can superimpose themselves over the front of it.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So those are things that TikTok is doing that I'm sure Instagram is like, God damn it, man! Like, how do we do that? How do we just easily superimpose somebody's face over somebody else's video and let them talk? You know what I mean? It's like there's little things like that TikTok are doing that other people or other apps are trying to play catch up with, bro.
And there's not a lot of apps that can even compete.
No, bro.
So it's like if Instagram isn't there, then TikTok runs the show.
You know what's crazy, dude?
I mean-
Is think about fucking Facebook 4 years ago. They were trying to figure out how to monetize.
Right.
They didn't know how to advertise or how to collect any monitoring dollars
They
on
just
Facebook.
stuck the ads on the side.
On the sides, bro.
And it was like,
and so now
you knew it was an ad.
If you really want to get upset, if you really want to just ruin your thumb searching, every three videos that you scroll through on Facebook now, you'll see friend advertisement, friend advertisement,
Oops.
friend advertisement.
Literally.
Bro, every 3 to every 4 it's going to have a sponsored advertisement now, and it looks so synonymous. It looks so part of the algorithm that you don't even you don't think of it as a commercial at all.
right? They literally will post pictures
if
that
you're on
look like
YouTube.
your friends almost, that are doing stuff that have nothing to do with what they're doing. You just click on it, and all of a sudden they're selling you shoes, they're selling you like pants or something. But the picture will just mimic the images. It's very, very strategic, and they've got it down.
Well,
But-
they go based off what you're looking at.
Sure,
too.
for sure.
Always, bro.
Facebook can read that shit, man.
And they have to ask for your permission too, because y'all ever
Oh, yeah.
when they ask you, they what did it say?
You
like,
want to follow the app, or
like
you want
track
Yeah.
some, you know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I press no.
Not on any of those except for Amazon, bro. Like Amazon, you guys can know everything that's going on inside my house, bro. Because if I'm low on toilet paper and you guys know, let's roll. You know what I mean? Like if Alexa's like, "Hey, player, you're not gonna have any toilet paper for tomorrow morning's fiasco.
Right.
You might want to go to Target and pick some up." I'm like, all right, Alexa, I will. Thanks.
She looking out for you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and she knows everything that goes on in the house, but I'm cool with it.
You know what I've noticed is I saw the
your man.
commercial for is it Buick or is it some car brand? But he was calling the car brand Alexa instead of
Of
the car brand itself, because Alexa is built into the car.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the Alexa out to drive. I'm gonna take the Alexa this and this, and the whole commercials are all about Alexa. So
Yeah.
obviously some big
So
money,
smart,
something's going around where Alexa, they're trying to Have Alexa.
I mean, bro.
Over.
Think about when it wasn't Spotify, Pandora and Sirius Radio and Spotify were all competing
for sure.
And
I love Pandora.
Pandora got a deal with Ford, and so they were able to put Pandora in like the Ford. What was that popular car they brought out at that time? I can't remember what it was, man. But
Tesla.
No, it was a Ford car that they were bringing out, but it was
Mustang.
No, it was
electric. Car?
It wasn't a Ford Focus. It was one of those
Fusion.
Ford Fusion.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So that was the one that had the Pandora that first came out, I think, man. But it was insane. It was like one of those things where it was like, all right, so Pandora's got the upper hand now over Spotify because you can hear this stuff in the car. Mm-hmm. And then Amazon came out with the Amazon Auto, which is this little thing, bro. It cost me $25. And because I've got, I don't have like a regular head unit. I've got like an aftermarket one. You plug those bitches right into the back of the USB or the RCAs in the back.
Yeah.
And now I've got Alexa in my car, bro. So like I'm driving around and I'm like, Alexa, bathroom heater on. Like I got to go home and drop a deuce, bro. I can call my bathroom, and in 10 minutes my bathroom will be extremely warm because I told my bathroom to turn the heater on.
Alexa go know when. Hey, she gonna let you know when that gas getting low too. You know,
bro. Not my whip. No one knows but me when that motherfucker's getting empty.
Fair.
10 miles before empty.
But
Chevron's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But that was one of those things too,
around
man.
the corner. Right.
We were looking at electric cars for a while, man, and the market is just, it's so capitalized by Tesla. It's insane, bro. And like Tesla, they said like, hey, if you guys want to use all of our supercharge stations or whatever they call them, like just buy or just basically buy our insert for your car so that you can utilize our plugs. But like Ford, BMW, like they don't want to use his part because all of a sudden he's making money on the electric end, right? But at the same time, like I've watched these YouTube videos, bro, where like somebody takes and this is so dope. Somebody will take a Tesla, somebody will take a like a Ford Mustang, the electric Ford Mustang, and another electric car, and then they'll do a road trip, right? And they'll all leave at the same time, and they'll travel 1,000 miles. But like when the Tesla gets low, he's got all these different charging stations that he can go to, right? Like, oh, there's one right off the highway, and they all have their GPS like logged in. So you'll see the BMW like got low on energy and had to like get off the highway and backtrack like 60 miles, bro, like to get to a charging station, charge the whip to get back on the road, and like these. Tesla's got such a market on it, bro, because he was so smart and he implemented the gasoline stations before he did the cars, right? So now he's got all these charging stations around the nation that he's like, hey, use my products, but you got to buy my adapter, whatever it is, which is it's putting more money in another man's pocket, but. Bro, I'm telling you, man, to a T, I would not look at another electric car because my wife drives 220 miles a day when she's got Aslan. So once a week, she's got to drive 220 miles every single day to drive Aslan to and from school, plus her go to work and everything. Wow. And I was like, you need an electric car, man. Like this is gas every day. You're talking.
Yeah.
And
that prices right now.
But then we started looking. Well, this was before gas was out of control.
What is like? It's like $5 a gallon, right? You know?
Dude, it's we paid $6.10 yesterday.
Oh Jesus Christ!
$6.10, but we got to get premium because she got the Mini Cooper, which is a high end line that needs premium gas, and I've got the Porsche that needs premium gas. So even though it says $4.99 on the at Shell, that motherfucker's $6.10 right now.
How long y'all think it's gonna take before the world convert all the way to electric cars? Because this gonna happen.
So 20 years is what they said it was gonna take.
20 years.
20 years. So that they can start converting now, and this is. I'm glad that you brought this up, bro, because this is something that
it's gonna happen.
Well, even if they started doing it now, they said the average span of a life of a car is what do you say, 15 to 22 years is the lifespan of a car.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they stopped producing electric cars now, it would still take 15 years before if they stopped producing gas cars now, it would still take 15 years before those gas cars started to roll over to get to the point where it was an all electric run of cars now.
And they gonna have to, like, the production of all the electric, the plug-ins, and you know what I'm saying.
Are they gonna have a plug-in where you could literally like take like an emergency plug in the back, so you could plug it in any outlet to charge yourself anywhere? I think that would be very smart, like an emergency.
I mean, I'm sure they're getting better at it, because you can get those Tesla blocks at your house to charge your car, to charge your solar panels, to charge
plug
your
in the
house.
side of Wendy's if you're in some random city.
Well, you know, if Nikola Tesla was still around, we'd be straight. We wouldn't even need those.
Bro, don't even get me started on that genius, bro.
Man,
I'm so in on old technology, bro. Like when you start seeing, especially back in the day like that, when you got somebody that thinks outside the box, like, bro, they would have hung Elon Musk, and they would have said you're a witch. You know what I mean? Like imagine if Elon Musk came out in the 50s, bro, or the 40s, the 20s.
Elon, he'd be living in the future.
Dude, he would be definitely considered a wizard.
Yeah.
Like for sure. Like how they went at witches, like same thing for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But that's just one of those things, man. You've got, you don't realize the type of genius you have. Nikola Tesla, so he, was trying to save energy. Same thing Tesla's doing now, right? But Thomas Edison and all these things, they were already implemented, and they already had the structure, right? So why fix what's not broke? And I tell this to Kalen all the time, dude. We were in Aldi's on Sunday. No, we were in Walmart on Sunday, and we're walking through, and the LEDs are popping on the as you're walking through the aisles. And she goes, "Look at that! Look at how cool that is." And I'm like, "Thank you, dude. Thank you," because we went through a moment in time where like regular light bulbs changed to LEDs, and nobody even fucking said this is amazing, right? Like the fact that we went from like light bulbs that can catch on fire and that can burn a house down, and that
run your energy bill up.
Runs your energy bill up, can burn your hand when you grab it, bro. Like you can grab one of those light bulbs and burn the shit out of your hand. These LEDs, they take a fraction of the price. They don't take up any energy. They're 3, 4, 5, 12 times as bright as a normal regular incandescent light bulb, bro. And like we lived, every one of us lived through that moment that changed. And there wasn't, you can't figure out a day. I can't even. I'm more into this than any of you guys are, and I can't even figure out a year, bro. I can't even figure out the year that LEDs came in to the game and just changed everything for incandescent light bulbs.
It's a really good point, because like I wouldn't have noticed it.
I mean that's it
was seamless, dude.
Think about how much energy if the entire world was on LEDs over incandescent light bulbs, how much energy we would save, how much heat we would save. I mean, a room full of 50 incandescent light bulbs is going to put off heat. It's going to be warm in here. LEDs don't do that, bro. LEDs last for fucking years, and they're the fraction of the size, bro. And LEDs this big,
and they're so bright, dude. They're
so bright.
You can't even look at it.
They're flexible.
Sometimes we be going through so much in life that we don't even understand like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of good things happening.
Dude, we're living.
Like small percentage of people are changing the lives of a mass amount of people.
It's supposed to be like that.
So we're living in the greatest moment in history of the human race, bro.
Drake and Future dropped that album called "What a Time to Be Alive." Good time to be alive,
bro. I mean, think about
there's some symbolic in that.
The humans have been around for what? Maybe 1,000 years, less than that, bro. Like we're just a couple generations away, right? Of just like being Neanderthals and not knowing how to fucking talk, bro. Like 200 years ago, like we there wasn't even fucking cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're living in a moment, and this earth has been around for thousands of years. So we're living in this little tiny fraction. Like your life, bro, is only 70, 80, 90 years. That's it. Think about that. And like that moment, you've seen no cell phone, you've seen internet, you've seen space travel, you've seen landing on Mars.
That little kid, look, he was like 6 years old.
Had a cell phone.
He had a cell phone. I was like, what? I ain't get
Kept
my first
breaking,
cell phone.
dog.
I ain't get my first cell phone until I was like 13.
Well, that's because
we sat here and saw it. You feel me?
He also slammed that motherfucker on the ground twice, and it's definitely not working. So that's why 7-year-olds don't need to use a phone, because he tried calling mom, she didn't answer, so he thought the phone was broke and slammed it down on the ground.
Lord.
Those are moments that you need to realize, bro. But to what you're saying, like this kid's never gonna realize what it's like to not have that, right?
Because
we were just talking about
he just born into it. He don't know.
No, he don't know.
He don't know.
And
we're
honestly,
so
I feel like at the age I'm at now, like when I was a kid, and older folks was telling me like, "Yo, we do," you know what I'm saying? Like I see now.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I guess maybe it just take till you get around that age.
Bro, when you're a kid, you think you know everything. You think you know everything. You think the adults are just the old fucks that have war stories, right?
Yeah, right.
But one of the things, man, there was a story that I read about Ronald Reagan, and it was these kids. So Ronald Reagan was during the like a big movement of technology. So he was president when everything was changing and TVs and everything were becoming more predominant. But he had a young kid that stood up and said, "What are you guys doing for our generation? Like, you guys are."
A kid walked up to him and said that.
It was like an 18, 19-year-old kid who he was like, you guys are using up all the energy. You're doing, and everything that an 18, 19-year-old kid who cares about the earth should say, right? Because what are you guys doing to help us out, right? And Ronald Reagan replied like, "We invented all of this. Like everything that you're using right now, we invented." You know what I mean? So you're sitting here saying like, "What can we do to help you?" Like we've invented all of this, and now it's your turn to take that baton and run to the end zone.
I was just about to say, it sound like when he asked him that question, it sounded like he wanted to learn something.
For sure, bro.
You feel me?
For sure. He
wanted to learn something. So that he can, because obviously to even ask that question to him, he already been thinking about it.
100%, bro. And
like,
you got to be that character to question the boundaries and to question why and what. Yeah. And it's up to somebody like Ronald Reagan to say this is why, right? Like this is it. Like there's as an adult you don't realize. I'm sorry, as a kid, you don't realize how much the adult has gone through and how much he's seen in his day. Like, you just look at him as a dad.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's just been dealing with my shit for 20 years, but he hasn't, as we're growing up, they're growing up. You know what I mean? Like, I was in an amazing moment in my life because I got to see my parents change their own lives, right? Like, we went from living with blow-up furniture, bro, like, furniture that you had to pump up with a pump,
yeah.
and it glue under a black light. It was neon pink, and it was a plastic furniture, bro. And we went from that to my dad building his own house on a lake in Alabama. So like,
dude,
I've seen one all the way to the other, bro. And so, it's humble and it's gratifying, but at the same time, like I saw how much work he put in, and how much shit that he took, and 70 to 80 hours a day, man.
Yeah. Walk to the 7-Up machine.
You want to go help them out real quick?
Yeah.
Cool.
Got you.
All right, man.
Yes,
so we just had a
There it
couple people
is.
stop in the store, and that's a good thing.
There it
So we
is.
always have.
He just hit the lab,
There
yo.
we go.
He just hit the lab.
His mind's blown.
Oh yeah. I appreciate it too, man. So that's the thing, bro. A lot of people don't realize like how cool the store is. Like they come in and they go, "Oh wow." And like Andrew was saying earlier, like, it's overwhelming. It's like, there's so much to take in here. And we keep adding to it too, bro. Like we just added the lights underneath the TV over by the ponytail hats.
Yeah.
And even that now, like if the light isn't on there, like it doesn't even look like that part of the store is alive to me, right? So like there's only 3 of us. There's me, Andrew, and Tyrell that are running the ship. And I keep telling these guys, like, bro, like we're at the top of the food chain. Like in 10 years, there's gonna be a bunch of these stores, hopefully around this the nation. And there's us 3 are at the top of the food chain, man. So this store needs to be better than anything you've ever seen before because you got the top 3 people on Native that are all working in the exact same store.
Y'all gonna have some store brands that's they go be trying to learn from y'all.
That's the thing, man. You know,
I had my homie. He told me about here.
Oh, dope,
and
bro.
Since he told me about here, I've been.
What'd he say about
it? He brought me in here. And you feel me? He. I know you see a lot of people day in and day out, so you probably don't remember him. It's my boy Isaiah.
Oh, bro,
You know
Isaiah's my guy, man. I love Isaiah.
He brought me here. As a matter of fact, for my birthday, he bought me a shirt from here.
Dude, Isaiah is
awesome.
such a dope human,
I've been
man.
fucking with this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get Isaiah on the team, man. Like we talked before. You know, I love what he's trying to do, man. He's got some creativity and he's trying to do that kid clothing line. So I'm like, let's roll, bro. You know, like, and it's funny too, man. Like a lot of people, you know, that they don't think that I would help them out, right? Like you know.
I know you would.
Well, and that's the thing.
I could see that today with the kids.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it, and that's the thing. Is like I am so confident in Native and what we've created that I will give all of my crayons to these kids to color, bro. You know what I mean? Because if one of these kids are gonna get good enough to where I'm starting to worry about them, I'm only gonna get better. You know what I mean? I'm only gonna pivot and I'm only gonna do what I need to do to make sure that I'm at the top of the food chain. Because there was a quote that I said. Actually, it was funny, man. I wrote it on my bar in my house, and then covered it up with wood. And I don't remember what it says exactly, but it says something like, "Keep one eye open when you sleep, or keep one eye open because when you sleep, someone's trying to steal your crown."
Is that why you have one eye?
Other legalities for the one eye, but that's the inspiration for the post for sure. For sure, the one eye was an accident. I was assaulted, which actually started the entire like fire to start the brand, bro. Which is really cool, man. Like I had Native was popular or getting popular, and I was getting to the point where like I got picked up by Procter & Gamble. They liked what I was doing. But then I got assaulted. I got robbed. I got my ear bit off.
Damn. Mike Tyson style.
Yeah, I got my left eye detached. I've had 5 eye surgeries, man. Like this is like it's like no joke. Oh, for real?
On my right eye, yeah. I shot a staple in my eye at work one time.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No
I had to wear a
kidding.
patch too for like a minute.
Did you have to wear it on the
How did I
good eye or the bad eye?
The bad eye.
Okay.
Because I was completely blind in my right.
How did that happen?
Well, I was working at a furniture store, man, and like I had to rip off this fabric to get to his legs to a dinette.
Oh shit! I already know what you're talking about.
And I was pulling on the fabric.
One of those like it's a
Like a
heavy
freak
duty
accident
staple
type
too.
thing?
It ain't like a fucking.
Yeah, ain't no bitch staple. It was a big one.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like a upholstery staple.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
man. And I was pulling on that sucker, man, and it wasn't a whole staple. It was like a fragment of one. And it just slingshot at my eye and knocked me down to my feet, man.
God damn.
Oh, man, it was crazy. And, like, I had to get traumatic eye surgery, laser eye surgery, cataract surgery, all that shit.
So did you have to get a new cataract put in?
Yeah.
So
I have a fake lens in my eye
was
right now.
it a little S? Did it look like a little G.I. Joe toy?
I don't even remember, man.
Yeah, bro. So
But I remember that, like, after the surgery, like, when they put the fake lens in, that I could see a pigment of yellow.
Yeah, that's what it is too. Yeah.
I think that's what you're talking about, right?
So what it is, bro? It's a it looks like a little G.I. Joe toy. It's only maybe like a quarter of an inch big, but it's an S, right? So it's an S, and the middle of the S is a circle. So that circle is your lens. So it goes right on top of your eyeball, and the top and the bottom of the S, it adheres to the muscle of your eye.
Right.
So they put this thing in, and then those hooks they mount to the eyeball, and that gives you a new lens. And it was yellow.
Wow.
That little
You know
that
what's
little
funny
GI Joe
about
toy.
that? I told my eye doctor that, like, yeah, kind of like I'm starting to see yellow now, and they're like, "There's no way we changed that. There's no way that could be possible." I'm like, "Well, how you telling me? Like,
Right.
you ain't
seeing
me."
Bro, you want to hear a crazy story?
How
So
you
so
gonna
when
tell
I
me? I'm looking at it.
look,
I'm seeing it.
so one of my eye surgeries, and they did a scleral buckle, which is, I'm so glad I didn't Google it beforehand. They cut your eye, they cut slits all around your eyeball,
That
and then
sound
they
painful.
take a zip tie. Well, you're awake too. They take a zip tie, no joke. They take a zip tie and they go under the skin, over the skin, under the skin, over the skin, under the skin, over the skin.
What's that about?
And then they tighten it. So my retina, right? So all these the pink thing right here, that's the retina. That was what was detached in my eyeball. So the retina attaches to the like if this is my eye, attaches like this, right? So that's how it holds onto the eye. Well, when I was hit, it flaked off. So I had 2 surgeries that had oil, which basically they set it back, and then they insert helium to raise it, to try to get it to hold
Place
on.
it back in place.
Yeah, but after a couple days, that helium starts to subside and comes back down. So as it came back down, my retina pulled back off the eye. So my 3rd surgery had to be the scleral buckle, which is basically like I had to take propofol, which was what Michael Jackson used to take to pass out.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ, dude, that is the most amazing shit I've ever. I don't do. I mean, I smoke pot, but other than that, I've never done any drugs in my entire life. This shit, bro, when they gave it to me, I was. They were like, okay, count from 10 backwards. I'm like 10, 9. All of a sudden, I felt like my body was doing this, bro. It was doing this, and I was gone. And then I woke up, and I was like, fuck yeah, I feel better. And they were like, we haven't done the surgery yet. Like, we just knocked you out just to numb the eye. And I'm like, no way, dude. I can still have to do the surgery? Like, yeah, you got to be awake for the surgery. I'm like, fuck, are you kidding me?
You got to be awake for it?
Got to be awake for the surgery. So, and it's crazy because, so
be asleep.
what happens to your eye, bro, if there's trauma to your eye, it turns off, bro. It is, the human body is such an amazing fucking thing. So when trauma happens to your eye, it just blacks out. So it went black, and then I saw just stars.
Damn.
Like,
Where'd you get hit at in the eye?
I got hit right, like, so she was wearing a ring with a big like ball on it.
Oh, wow.
And it caught me right in my eye. So
The
it
center?
didn't,
Oh,
yeah, it
shit.
didn't hit my bone. It hit right in my eye, and so it hit so hard that it actually ripped. Your eye has basically like a valve underneath it. So
Right.
when your eye's watering,
Yeah.
it filters and it goes down inside. So that's how sometimes, like, you got allergies, you can feel like the shit because
Right.
it's dripping through. So that hole ripped, and when it healed, it created scar tissue. So now that hole was blocked. So now every time that water tries filtering through, it gets stuck, and then my eye starts pushing forward because the pressure builds because it can't drip out, it can't leak.
Did you know your eye is like the
That's
quickest
crazy as
like
hell.
part of your body that heals the quickest?
Your eye?
I can imagine for sure.
It's like instant, man.
yeah.
Really?
It really like heals
I didn't know
itself
that.
instantly.
So speaking of that,
did not know
so what I was trying to get at, bro. So one of the surgeries I had, when I woke up from that scleral buckle surgery, it was like my eye's black. So it's just like they tape this eye up and they leave this eye open, but this eye just blacks out because of the trauma. So when it started coming to, I was in the waiting room, or the doctor's office, and my mom was sitting here, bro. And my mom was sitting here, and the door was right here, right? And so I looked over at her, and I saw my mom and the door, and then I saw my mom, and then I saw the door. And there was 2 visions, and I was like, oh, my God. Mom, call the doctor. They put my eye in sideways. And so she opens up the door. She's like, Doc, can you come here real quick? And, like, Doc comes in, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, bro, you put my eye in sideways. Like, I'm fucking seeing 2 of everything. I'm seeing you guys, and I'm seeing you guys. Like, and they're crooked. Like, it's not making any sense.
Damn.
And she comes in, the nurse comes in, she goes, oh, honey, just give it like just give it 5 minutes.
Just come down off those mushrooms.
No, she was literally she was like just give it 5 minutes. Your brain is gonna recorrect it all.
That's wild.
How fucking crazy is that, bro? So like
That's
my
weird.
eye it's been like this for, I don't know, fucking 40 years, 30 years.
Damn.
And all of a sudden they put it back in and it's like this. And then she's like, I'll just give it a couple minutes. It'll your brain's going to adjust everything to equal out to make sure everything's straight. It's like, how is that even possible, dude? Are you serious?
All right, I got an eye story. So, it ain't nothing crazy. When I was a kid, we used to have this glass table. It's like one of them old school tables.
Uh-oh.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole table was made
Oh,
of
yeah.
glass. I was a little kid, and I was doing little hard-headed kid stuff. You feel me? Long story short, the glass fell on, like the table fell on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I got like gray shadings in my eye. Can you see that? You see like little gray stuff in my eye?
Yeah, in the corner.
Yeah, that's from glass.
That's crazy,
My
bro.
pops told me about that.
Yeah.
It's
I was too
it's
young.
in the corner of your eye, right?
Yeah,
there,
it's
man.
it's you feel me? My pop, I was too young. My pops
Yeah.
he told me about it. I don't know what happened.
I mean, it's a good thing, bro. It didn't land in the actual eye itself. Like the eye's crazy,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And especially like because I still think that there's a chance to get this bad boy working again, man. Like I went to go get it taken out, and and we did tests, and the doctor, he was doing light tests and everything, and I saw a light real quick, and I was like, whoa, hold on, I saw something. He was like, you serious? I'm like, yeah, bro. Like I'd like. It looked like if a car, like in a movie, how sometimes a car like lands in water and it starts to fall to the bottom, and the headlights are like giving this like almost like a lightning effect, right?
Okay.
Like I saw like a lightning effect through my eye,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, I'm not gonna take it out, bro. Like I'll take it out if you sign this and say that you're ready to get it taken out. But he's like, there's a good chance that this thing's still working, bro. We just need to fucking figure out. He's like, there's things that's happening, like regenerative. They're taking bacteria to regenerate the retina, or to regenerate the retina right now.
Yeah.
So
It's cells, ain't it? Like
yeah, like
they can
stem-
actually make you an eyeball.
bro. So I legally I got a hold of GoPro, and I was like, just give me a ballpark, bro. Like I want an iBorg.
Eyeborg.
Yeah, just can you make one of these GoPros the size of an eye? Just tell me how much it is, bro, and I'll start a GoFundMe. And my wife was like, this is funny. Lee's got the crack the fuck up. So my wife was like, you are not going to literally. I'm like, bro, it would be like Jim Carrey and like Ed TV or whatever that shit is, man. We're like, it's like my entire life is broadcasted for
It's the
everybody
Truman
to
Show.
see. The Truman
Yeah,
Show.
the
That's
Truman
what it was.
Show, yo.
I love that movie.
So it's
That's
like it's my
great.
whole life is like broadcast for everyone to see. And she goes, so what? You're just let them see him? Let's see us have sex. I'm like, babe, camera's off. Yeah, that's all you gotta do is just put the eye patch on, cameras off. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? But like, ooh wee. They never responded though, bro. They never responded. And I was like, you know what? Even if it's like 300 G's, I guarantee you I could start a GoFundMe, and somebody will pay the 300 G's to get an iBorg to slap that bitch in my eye.
You be Cyborg from Teen Titans.
iBorg, bro. iBorg.
Okay, you want to be Eyeborg. That's cool.
iBorg,
I
yeah.
can dig it.
Yeah, man.
They said Amber Heard tried to start like a GoFundMe after that, after the case.
You know what, bro?
But they shut that shit down.
They did. So somebody started that, and then they shut it down real quick, which is a shame because she's got a long road ahead of her, bro. For real. You know what I mean? Like she's gonna have to go back to doing like B-rated movies and shit where she's only getting paid $500,000-$600,000. You know what I mean? Like, you know what's funny, bro? There was actually a story. So do you guys know who Spencer Pratt is?
Yeah, I do.
Spencer Pratt is like, he's this white dude from Laguna Beach.
Yeah.
So Laguna Beach was this MTV show way back in the day, and Brody Jenner was one of his best friends. Brody Jenner is Bruce Jenner's son.
I had a feeling you was about to say something
So
like
so
that.
Kardashian is the
Okay,
whole
okay.
nine.
Yeah.
And so when Amber Heard first got popular, when she first moved to Hollywood or whatever, Brody and Spencer saw her at a bar, and Brody's like, I'm gonna go hit on her. And Spencer's like, all right, let me see it. So Brody went over there and started talking to her, and
She punched him.
this dumb bitch tells him that she's already dating a movie producer that's going to make her uber famous. I'm already dating a movie producer who's going to make me super famous. And Brody Jenner looks at her and goes, that mole looks a little cancerous. You might want to get that checked out. And then walks away, bro. And Spencer Pratt was like, "What did you just say to her? She looks like she's gonna cry." And he was like, "I just told her that their fucking mole on her arm looks a little cancerous, and she needs to check it out.
That's
Get it checked
savage
out."
as fuck.
Slick
man.
shit.
Yeah, bro. But that just shows the mentality that she has, bro. Like, you know, I don't know Amber Heard, but I can see how she is, and she has a lot of personality traits that the same girl did that did all this, that bit my ear off and detached my eye, man.
Yeah.
You know, the text message that she wrote, "You look better with one eye." Like, you dumb bitch. Who the fuck says that
what
after
the
you just
fuck?
fucking not like detach somebody's retina? And I've gone through
I ain't
fucking
gonna lie
5
to you.
eye surgeries.
Yeah, she
That's insane.
She's
And then
it's a
fucking
whole
30
different-
seconds later, don't ever talk to my mother again about what the fuck is going on in my life. Like, that's like literally like, oh, honey, you look better with one eye. Don't ever fucking say this. Don't ever talk to my fucking mother. And her mother was the one that was just messaging me over and over again. She didn't want me to sue her daughter, obviously. You know what I mean?
What was her sign?
Gemini, dumb
I
bitch.
fucking was gonna say that.
Gemini,
I swear to
you
fucking
coulda-
God.
You could have read it out loud, bro.
That is crazy. I was
Alrighty.
gonna say, I bet she was a fucking Gemini.
Bro,
dude.
crazy as shit, man.
Yeah.
Geminis are crazy as
Yeah,
fuck.
well, I'm
bro.
listening to y'all, so now I
swear,
know
we
I know who
connected
to
on
stay
that.
away from.
Yeah, bro.
Literally.
Yeah.
I
Shit
know
was
what
crazy,
ladies
man.
stay away
But you know what though? It's like it's fucking. You want to talk about squeezing lemons into lemonade, bro? You know what I mean? Like, I was in this situation, man, where like I wanted to kill myself, bro. Like, I was at a point where I worked at Scott's Lawn Service. I was outside every day in the sunlight, you
Yeah.
know, just getting the vitamin D every morning, bro. And I was off by 3, able to go home and hang out. And I went from that to like having to put blackout curtains on my windows. I couldn't walk outside during the daytime because it was just both of my eyes would just bleed like
Damn.
water, bro. And it still does to this day, man. Like, I still can't walk outside. I mean, if you see me out, it's like sunglasses and a hat, bro. I'm like fucking
Man,
all day.
I got a picture of my baby mom that I just got a relationship with. That was a Gemini.
Oh shit.
And what was she holding in her hand? A butcher fucking knife.
Ooh, Lord.
I was sitting on the toilet taking a shit.
Two red flags.
See,
And this was the beginning of our relationship, by the way. I'm just sitting there texting on the shitter like people do. And she bust down the door, came in with a butcher knife. I was like, snap. Just in case.
I gotta see this photo, bro. That's just
I be watching out for
I
stuff
got it
like
still.
that.
It's in my
I
email, man.
lost my uncle like that. Matter of fact, when I first started getting tattoos, the first tattoo I ever got was from my uncle.
no shit.
Yeah, he
Crazy girl killed him,
Yeah, she
That's
had a
wild.
bro.
knife. He couldn't make it to the hospital in time.
I'm gonna tell you
He
right
the whole
now,
reason
bro.
why I played basketball.
That's
You
crazy.
feel me?
man.
Like,
Sorry to
yeah.
hear about that, man.
That shit
Dad's
crazy.
brother, mom's brother.
I could call my sister right now and she'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like,
Was it dad's brother or mom's brother?
Oh, it's on my mama's side.
All right. Shit.
That shit crazy, man.
What's her name?
I don't even. So my his uncle name is Fernando.
Okay.
I don't know the girl's name. I don't even want to talk to her. You feel
Oh
me?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Did
even
she
wanna-
go to
I don't
jail?
I don't want to talk to. Nope.
No. What happened? What was the
So,
situation?
it was something that happened. Like she was like pregnant or something. So like I don't know. Like something like that shit happened. Like
Oh wow.
well,
That's
yeah.
some shit right there, man.
Yeah.
Hey brother, if you have any questions on those skateboards, let us know.
Join your podcast.
Yes, sir.
Hop in here.
Those those skateboards.
That anybody be interested in.
Hey man,
I bet you have some knowledge.
you'd be surprised, man, and I could pull some knowledge out of that brain for sure.
Anything, right?
What's that?
Will your people will listen to anything?
Oh man, they just sit here and they just put it in the background, man. So
Sometimes
what-
the old timers got the best advice.
For sure. Are you from Cincinnati?
I grew up in Flint, Michigan. Don't drink.
Okay,
the water.
now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Shout out Flint,
But
Michigan.
I've lived in Fort Thomas for 35 years. I went to UC and married a girl from Cincinnati,
All right.
and
Good for you, man. So you said Fort Thomas?
yeah.
Fort Thomas is where it's at, man. I live in Dayton, Kentucky, so
Yeah.
I bought into Dayton knowing that you're holding the pedestal for us. You in Bellevue. So you guys in Bellevue are like basically holding us up on a pedestal. And all we need to do is just make sure that all the trash from Dayton just goes to that little pocket over there, and that's not along the route from like Fort Thomas to Dayton to Bellevue, man.
Don't forget about Fort Thomas Pub.
Bro,
next to the pizza place.
So is that? Do you go there? Do you go to Fort Thomas Pub?
My son is a musician. I'll tell you a story.
Is he really?
Yeah. He plays with a band called 500 Miles to Memphis.
I know him. What's his name?
Noah.
I know Noah.
I think I know Noah too, man.
For sure, bro.
Yeah.
So when Noah was in high school, he played at the pub solo.
Oh wow! In high school, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Weekend? Was it a weekend or a week?
I don't remember.
Okay.
He must have been out of high school because they served him beer.
Oh, perfect.
Got beer free. One of the deals was the performers got free beer.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't realize that it was only for him, and he was getting it for all of his friends that were there.
Oh shit.
And the owner of the pub told me a few weeks later. He said, Noah has the distinction of being the only musician that's played here that owed us money at the end of the night.
That's hilarious. That's right. So your son's married to the girl that owns the hair salon, correct?
No, that's Kevin, the drummer.
Kevin.
Vogel.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. My son's a bass player. He actually lives in Milwaukee now.
Oh wow.
And he comes home for the shows.
Awesome, man. And so you're still here, and you married the wife from Cincinnati, and this is you're 100% Cincinnati now. This is where you.
I guess so. Because when I go back to Flint, I hardly know where I am. So.
I bet, man. Does it look different up there from when it did?
It's terrible there, by the way.
Yeah.
The water
it?
supply there is
I mean,
out of control.
I know.
For a long time.
Is it still
Flint.
that bad?
Oh yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. They're still giving bottled water out to people that live there.
I mean, how's that at this day and age? How's that even an issue?
Well, what happened was, Flint. When I was growing up, I didn't know this, but Flint got its water from Detroit, which is about 60 miles away.
Oh, okay.
And somebody got the bright idea that if they pumped the water out of the Flint River, they could save money.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Well, the Flint River is an absolute cesspool. All
Yeah.
the GM factories dumped all their crap into it. And there are lead pipes, which is not uncommon. There are lead pipes all over the place here. But over the years, they build up a mineral deposit on the inside of the pipes, and that protects the water from the lead.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they start pumping this caustic water out of the Flint River, and it ate away all of that mineral coating, and the water was exposed to the lead pipes.
Oh, wow.
And then they started having all kinds of problems. Kids were getting sick, and yeah, it was awful.
Cancer
It's
and everything.
it's crazy to think that they were pumping water from 60 miles away. I mean, that'd be like us basically pumping water from Lexington,
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like the fact that that doesn't sound like cost effective at all, considering that there's 60 miles of pipeline.
We actually get our water from Niagara Falls here in Cincinnati.
We do.
For real?
We got the most cleanest water in the U.S.
So how does that work?
we got the
Which
cleanest
is super
water
weird.
with
right?
the worst weather.
it's transferred in.
It's transferred in, yeah, like the pipeline from Alaska to America, you know, like just like that, basically.
No
Man,
shit.
Yeah, we have the cleanest water here. That's why I drink faucet water.
We got the cleanest weather with the craziest weather.
Yep.
Did y'all
exactly.
power? Hey, did y'all
Dude.
power go out yesterday?
It
when
did.
when that
Flint's just
thunderstorm
fucked.
came
Sure
through?
did, man.
It did. The whole levee was out till
It's
like
crazy.
9 p.m. Yeah, it went out like 6:15.
Yeah,
Yo.
he sent me a video of it, bro. It was pitch black down here.
Bro.
Dude, it was
Like
all
they,
out.
they didn't have like our store had emergency light, but none of that did, bro. It
Yeah.
was so dark out there.
And there were people chilling, bro. They were like
I'm
downstairs
thinking to
hanging
myself,
out.
I'm thinking to myself, that wasn't
we
that's
was playing
not
pool
safe
in the
at
dark.
all, bro. Like
were
the fact
having
that the
fun.
lights went out,
We
it
was
was
shooting pool in the dark.
bro.
The
You
lights went off, we
you
just
could
kept
play
playing.
hide and seek out
You
here.
could have, yes, 100%.
Like
yes.
that's crazy. The fact that they didn't have any like security lights that
Nothing.
like these stayed on. Like these two right here stayed
Yeah,
on.
a couple
These
lights
two
in here
stayed
stayed on. Our
Shout out to Native for having
yeah, we had for sure.
having the good lighting.
So there was a couple. These
Good lighting, bad AC.
these four lights over here were flickering. That was it.
Oh,
and
Lord.
then
Was y'all
Scary
talking about
movie
last
shit.
night?
yeah, seriously, yeah.
it's
These
crazy.
last night, yeah,
Last
last
night.
It
last
was
night's
trippy.
power outage. Yeah, it hit over like 30,000 people.
drink
or
bourbon?
something like that.
Nah.
It's
Are you
National
sure?
Bourbon.
That's all right.
Are you sure?
We already went through the sangria.
We got a little something for you.
Did you
know
hear
what
about
I'm
our
saying?
shooter in Fort Thomas last night?
No. Oh, you know what? I
Yeah, we
think
had
I
to
did hear about that.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy, I guess he was high on meth or something and had his girlfriend locked in his brother's house basement, and it was
Jesus
up by the
Christ.
fort. And the police came.
Over by the fort.
Yeah, by the
Oh yeah,
fort.
yeah. So it was Grand Avenue
Yes.
and Fort Thomas Avenue.
By Tower
Yep.
Park, right?
Right there, near there. And the SWAT came, and he did fire a shot, but SWAT came from several different areas, and they ended it peacefully. A friend of mine lives in the area there. He told me he's never seen so many police cars and ambulances.
You know what, man? Like shout out to SWAT for real, because we've got a friend of ours that's Nate Ashbury, who he's part of SWAT here locally, but like they put their lives on the line all the time, man. Like I see this guy, like he if somebody does something dumb like jump off the bridge and land in the water, like, you know, SWAT's the ones that have to come like pick them out of the water. So these guys are doing these like once a week. They're down there in one of these creeks where, you know, they do these scenarios where one of their boys is drowning and he's just like sliding down the fucking Ohio River, and then the guys have to jump in off the helicopter, like training to go pick him up and to grab him or whatever. But the fact that these guys go and do all that stuff is insane, man. You know, the SWAT, and you know, you never know what's going on, especially in a situation like that. In Fort Thomas, you think everything's so happy-go-lucky there, and it's like a nicer part of town. But then you got one deranged person that just can't handle it anymore, and you know, then all of a sudden, as a SWAT, you know, you've got to walk into a situation that you've never been a part of before, and you don't know who this guy is, you don't know how loose of a cannon he is, but all you know is that you've got to make sure that everyone comes out okay, and that's crazy to think that you have to have that type of mentality 24/7, and that's one of the issues that we're having with police officers, man. When it comes to the shootings in schools and stuff, that was really fucking sad to see, man. That like those cops didn't go in. And that dude was in that school for 44 minutes.
Yeah. They were saying if it was just 10 minutes earlier, they would have the whole thing would have been a totally different outcome. Just 10 minutes.
How crazy is that
10
to
minutes.
think, bro? That like as a police officer, I know that, you know,
There's procedures.
you're human, right? So you have these moments where you're like, oh, bro, this is real life, and I don't want to do this, but like this is what you signed up for. These are the moments that make you a police officer and that put you in the hero status that you've applied for, right? Like I'm not trying to be hero. That's why I applied to be a clothing designer,
or
bro.
death.
Yeah.
In death situations, we're human. We could die doing our job.
Right.
We got families. We got kids.
For
Like,
sure, bro.
situations arise, but damn, that's why I would never do it. I wanted to be a cop as a kid, but then I seen what they do.
And
I'm
you
like, screw that.
and it's got to be 10 times harder now because you got half society that says fuck you, I don't believe in what you're doing, and the other half says, hey, come help me out, I need help. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it makes zero sense to be in that position where you're not making enough money. Like, bro, I know some police officers in Newport that have to
Me too.
have a secondary job as a delivery driver for a pizza company.
Damn.
Side
Now,
gig
now,
as a
now,
cop,
now,
bro.
the fact that the same person that protects this building and protects Charlie and him and me and you, it's so disheartening that this guy's got to work a second job just to make sure that his wife and bills are paid, right? Because like, if he's having to work two jobs, if he's having to do a delivery driver for a fucking pizza company, as well as being a policeman, like that's got to tear at the soul completely, bro. You know, you can't stay dedicated to be a policeman if you got to deliver pizzas half the day, and you know, there's just there's this mentality, there's this mind thing that I could see that would just totally tear at like the mind of a policeman, that like I can't just protect and serve because I've got to deliver pizzas after
Right.
9.
Dude,
You
I'm a
split-
server.
That's a true story, bro.
I'm a
Mental
server and I
battle,
make
man.
more than a police officer.
That's a true story as well, bro. My wife,
Yeah.
my
I really
wife,
do.
my wife has been a bartender for a long time, and she quit, and now she's a scribe for a doctor, and she's making less money now and struggling to pay her bills when she's never struggled to pay her bills in her life. She's always had extra income. She's always able to buy the shit that she wants. Now that she's a scribe for a doctor that makes millions of dollars, she's gridlocked into a certain amount of money that she can't even pay her bills on, right? So it's
sad.
like
That's
it's
wild.
crazy, bro. It like the moments that we're in right now, and it's hopefully, you know, I mean, as time shows, we're always going to find ourselves. We're always going to get out of the dust, right? Because there's, you know, it's so hard to see the end of everything when you're in the middle of the muck. But you know, there's going to be a moment where we get out of it and everything's going to be fine and dandy, and we're going to look back at 2020, 2021, 2022, and go, Jesus Christ, that was scary. 2020, and the pandemic started March 17th, 2020. So I signed a big deal, the biggest deal of my entire life, and I signed it
COVID.
2 weeks before we had to shut our stores down.
The fuck, man.
And it got to like, and that was, think about this. So we started dumping all the money into the store. We bought the 7-Up machine. I built the 7-Up machine. I put $1,400 into a door that I didn't even know was going to work, right? And I didn't have money to do this shit. And then pandemic hits, and all of a sudden, no one's allowed to shop anymore. We're not allowed to shop. And so I was like, all right, let's pivot. Let's
You
start.
were allowed to continue paying your rent, though, weren't you?
Oh, you know what? The levy was incredible, man. The levy let us slide on it, which is the reason why we were here. Any other place, Kenwood Mall, Florence Mall, any other place on the planet, they would have been like, it's time to pay the piper. But the levy, they were in a transition stage as it was, so they gave me the rope to say, hey man, just run with it, you know, don't hang yourself. So like, thankfully, the levy that they've been a big part of putting Native to where we are without question.
Awesome.
So yeah, dude, and that's one of those things like you know, when we got the store in Kenwood, we were like, this is it, bro. This is where everybody wants to go. Like Kenwood's the top of the food chain. They got marble floors. You know, they've got Tiffany. They got Louis Vuitton.
I hate Kenwood, actually.
Bro, we hate them too now. We
I
hate
really
Kenwood
don't like
too, bro.
Kenwood. It's overrated, man.
They didn't like us. They didn't
Yeah.
like the podcast. They literally
Really?
they tried pulling.
Oh, yeah,
they
man.
tried. We didn't even.
I didn't even know that.
We didn't even podcast out of the store. We only had the equipment in the front window.
And they was tripping.
Beyond tripped,
Dude,
bro.
they lost their minds over it. Yeah.
Are you broadcasting out of Kenwood Mall?
They tripping about
Jealous. That's jealousy.
They tripping about y'all having a podcast.
It wasn't.
but they
It wasn't
let these
jealousy.
they
If you're outside of the box with your
be letting
company,
these
you're doing
teenagers run around
podcasts
stealing
in a
out of
mall.
stores and shit.
What other
I think it was a
places
certain
does
kind of
that?
attention that they didn't want to get. They didn't want
They
to get
didn't-
a certain. They didn't
for
want a
sure.
certain riffraff or some kind of crowd to come in that they didn't.
They wanted the
feel
stories
that
of
fit there,
Louis
yeah.
Vuitton moving in, and they wanted the stories of Tiffany leaving downtown Fifth Street to move to Kenwood. And I get it, bro. I 100% get it. You got this nostalgia factor, and
Yeah,
you
they
got this
tripping.
like. You guys want to keep yourself at this high pedestal, but they're like, we're coming quick, bro. Like the streetwear brand and this podcasting, like we're right up on your coattails, right? So if you don't accept us,
Yeah, they tripping.
you're gonna regret
Off
it in
top.
5 years, because we're gonna be at that point where we're sliding into the role of radio, right? Radio used to do remotes where John will go to. We still have that thing, bro.
Yes.
I made a mistake and knocked it out.
You know what?
No, that's cool, bro. Somebody left that here.
Yeah.
A little kid left that in Newport, and we actually did an entire like scavenger hunt to try to find the owner of that thing. I haven't. Has that been sitting there the whole time?
I put
we
it
got
there, yeah.
we got little sister here and little brother over there.
Hey, what was your name?
Mike.
Chuck?
Nice
Chuck?
To meet,
Chuck,
nice
it
to
was
meet you,
Chuck.
Chuck
It was
Norris.
Nice to meet you,
It
my
was
dude.
great
His name
meeting
is Chuck,
Hey,
y'all.
whenever you want to come back in, man, make sure you contact us, and I want to grab a beer with you sometime over there in Fort Thomas at the pub.
Yes, I'll be
Me
there too,
too.
man.
All right,
Yeah,
Chuck, it's
definitely.
great. It was great talking
I'll be
to
over
you,
there
man.
playing some ping pong, man.
You know
So
what?
you mean to tell me
Some-
they had a problem with y'all having a podcast here, but they be letting them teenagers run around all
No, no, no,
throughout
no,
the
no,
Kenwood
no.
Mall?
Oh yeah,
here.
no.
I'm talking about the
Kenwood. Let's get. Don't even get me started on
Okay.
on
I'm
kids
about
running
to be
around
like, yo,
Kenwood.
what's going on with that?
We got in trouble for the kids running around Kenwood as well
Yes, we were putting the blame
Bro,
on
they-
us.
How y'all get tied into it?
because we're streetwear.
That's it.
Man,
Because
come
we
on, man.
because we asked for it, bro.
Hey,
Because
look,
because we asked for
The
it.
parents better step up.
Listen, man. Listen. Bro, this is just how it is at this day and age, man. You got Kenwood's corporate, right? And then you got people like us that are trying to bend corporate. So you've got these people that have they've got a 9 to 5. They've got an agenda, right? And then you got somebody like us that comes in and we're making waves, so you can't ignore us. So when the time came, they said, "Hey, there's a store open for Christmas time. Native is going to get it." So we got the store. And they charge us way too much. I mean, we still made money, but it was just like, Jesus Christ, dude! Like this is, pay the piper, bro. You know, top of the food chain.
Corporate, man.
Kenwood
like
type
it.
shit. But so we had just we didn't even have this. We didn't have the equipment, bro. All we had was just the
mics and a laptop.
Mics and a laptop, and then I think we had a camera that looked
We
like
did have a camera.
that was aiming in.
They just wanted the mics to be they wanted the mics to be gone.
They wanted everything.
What?
They were like that. Like, any of the equipment that you can use
That's
to
whack.
record needs to be out of that window,
Yeah.
or we're gonna pull your lease.
Because we had a couch and we had a table. We had this white table.
We had that couch.
That couch and a white table, and the mics were like attached to it, and we were gonna live stream like
in front
while
of
the mall was open.
It wasn't the window
Yeah.
wasn't this big either. The window was only as big. It was a Justice. It was the old Justice store, so it was like you know,
display window.
middle walk in. Yeah, small window left,
Right.
small window right. We had that small
Made
window
for like
right.
two or three mannequins.
Yeah,
not all.
I ain't
was.
gonna lie. Yeah,
But it fit that couch perfectly. So like the couch went into it, and like we were like
and it didn't look cheesy, bro. We had
Yeah,
our
staged nicely, yeah.
we had our counter on there. So basically, like we had a little QR code that said "Follow us."
No,
and then if you followed us, the fucking thing spun right there in the front window.
Nah. Kenwood, like whoever's in charge of that, they need a reality check.
Well,
'cause they tripping.
and that's the thing.
That's
bro.
what's gonna bring them more business.
Well,
Why
so
would you trip off that? Why would
so-
you trip off that?
So that's my job. That's my job for in the next 3 years is to make them not apologize, but make them regret
Make them
their
understand.
decision.
Make them understand.
Make them regret their decision.
Recognize
bro,
real
because-
around this
Yeah,
bitch.
for sure.
right,
Bro,
real.
like I'm not joking when I say this store is better than PacSun. Like Pacific Sunwear, I've been shopping with you for 30 years. Our shit's better than yours. Our store's better than yours. Our clothes are better than yours. Our material that our clothes are printed on are better than yours. Bro, everything about this store is so goddamn fucking fire.
Come
bro.
on now.
I can't.
Literally.
Hey, Kenwood,
it-
show this man some damn respect.
Only thing you need
Bro.
is shoes. I think, in my opinion.
100%. So
I think
so,
you all
so
need
we,
some nice little shoes,
Kenwood
like
Mall.
DCs,
Kenwood Mall.
preferably.
Show this man some damn respect.
So
Stop playing.
so if we did do a shoe store, it would be hidden inside the lab, right, inside the
Right.
7-Up room. But even at that, I'm like, you know, I'm at that point now where I want a shoe store, but more than that, I want a shoe collab, right?
That'd be
So
awesome.
I want to be able to either collab with Vans or collab with Nike and do a 2-dimensional white shoe with black edges that makes it look like a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. But that's the 5-year plan. You know what I mean?
Leveling up.
So that's the 5-year plan. And when Kenwood goes, oh shit,
Bro, I have
I
an
think
idea.
I recognize this pirate. Where do I know the one-eyed fucking idiot from?
I have an idea. But I'm not going
And
to say
they go,
it on here.
oh, wait a minute. Didn't he rent a store from us? Didn't we kick him out of here?
Right.
No, you didn't kick him out. Like
now
Daniel
you're kicking
Zuck
yourselves,
said.
bro. Now you're kicking yourselves, dog.
Yeah.
You know.
So, but it's one of those things, man, where we're just, you know, we're here with our 6-shooters, bro. Like I always say, like I'm Yosemite Sam with my 6-shooters, just shoot from the hip, bro. Because you know, like sometimes you'll hit the target, sometimes you won't. But I've got enough bullets in my pocket, bro. We're just gonna keep fucking shooting until something hits, right? So you know, we're luckily like you know, we've got a great team, man. We've got the 3 of us on this side of the table, and then we got people like you guys. You know, Kurt, you've been coming in every week, bro. And this is like every single Tuesday we walk out of here, I message Andrew. I'm like, we got to find a spot for him, man. Like,
Yeah, man. Every time.
need to find a spot
Like
for him
clockwork,
because
bro.
this is like we need people like you, bro.
Sports and music.
Well, we need people that just want to
Like,
think outside the box
Yeah,
and want
like
to be
physical part of the brand of doing something that, you know, helps the momentum keep going forward. Like, yeah, you do sports, and we can do a sports podcast like we talked about.
Yeah.
And we already do. one,
But
of course,
we're
like,
trying
more.
to scratch each other's back
I
too.
got
So
something for that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to podcasting, man, like, you know, we want to be able to offer the platform, right? And so my idea is to offer a platform for you guys to do a sports podcast. And then what I want you guys to do with that is to get a sponsor, right? So you guys go to Dick's. You go, hey, we got a sports podcast right here in Cincinnati, and you know we're talking sports, we're talking Bengals, we're talking kayaking, we're talking guns, and you guys got everything we need, right?
Yeah.
You guys got everything that every time we talk about a kayak, you guys can sell it. Every time we talk about a gun, you guys can sell it. So I want you guys to be able to say, hey, Dick's, give us $500 a month to sponsor this podcast, and then that money goes to you guys, right? Not to the piper, not to the brand, because what we're doing is expanding vertically by you guys doing that. Like, you guys are doing the legwork, you guys are doing the hard work. Like, this isn't easy, you know, like podcasting and talking, it may sound easy because we've done it over 100 times, but it's not, bro.
You
like,
gotta
to hold a conversation,
Yeah,
It really does.
Keep it think about like a
especially
boat on
when
water.
alcohol's
Keep that
involved.
afloat,
You know what I
bro.
mean? It's hard to like to keep the momentum going
Yep.
and to keep the conversation going. So if you guys are able to do that, and if Dix is able to see that and say, hey, we want to throw money in towards you guys, like we're going to throw $500 a month towards you, but that money goes to you guys. You know what I mean? Like that's how we're trying to structure this thing, where we want to turn this thing into a vice land where we've got so much content online that doesn't even like. I don't want them to see Native and then know it's a clothing line, right? I want them to see like NativeTV Presents, like
Lifestyle.
Last Call Cincinnati.
MTV style.
So we've got a new podcast.
It's a way of living.
Bro, listen to this. We've got a new podcast that we're starting for bars, and it's a backyard podcast. It's a backyard that's over a fire pit, 2:00 in the morning. It's called Last Call Cincinnati. And it's just going to be bartenders.
That's awesome.
Just bartenders talking about the bullshit that they went through that night or that day.
Bartenders go through a lot.
Bartender
Yes,
right
they
here.
do.
Bartenders go through a lot.
So that's the thing. Like, I've always wanted to do a podcast over a fire pit because that's where stories are told, right? Like,
Literally.
especially if you can have like a fake back area like I've got, where we can set up like these production lights and stuff, and you can still make it look like it's a backyard and you're still sitting in front of a fireplace
With your friends and your family, like you want to bring here to Native, right?
for sure, bro, for sure. But that's one of those things where you can just like stories are told over a fire. So if we're able to do that, especially have a couple drinks 2:00 in the morning with bourbon and do it in the back of a backyard that has fake grass and a whole podcast area set up where all the mics and everything are ready to go, like fire, bro. And so at that point, how easy would it be to get Jameson as a sponsor?
Hey.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, fucking Last Call sponsored by Jameson, so they're giving us $500 a month, and then we drink Jameson at 2:00 in the morning on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So that's those are things where Last Call Cincinnati is gonna reap that benefit and reap that money because you guys are doing the legwork to make it happen. You know, and that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of money on the table, bro. So there's just different aspects, and this isn't a clothing brand. This isn't just a podcast. This thing is a collective, so that we can get to the point. Yeah,
Same page.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying earlier, bro. Like, he's able to like finish my sentences, man. That's
Literally.
why, like, it's one of those things where like this guy, he's been with me for 2 years, bro. So he knows like how this works. Like, not many people knows how this works, and like a lot of the time, like when I get frustrated, like you might as well have just poured water on a computer, bro.
Yeah.
Like the wires get frayed and shit starts sparking, and all of a sudden I'm fucking cursing at grandma.
Yeah.
But he knows how to subside it all, bro. He knows how to fucking power down, power up. You know what I mean? And that's the type of teamwork you need, bro. Is like because I've seen you like stressed out over like cash and things like that, but I've never seen you to my point where like you're just cursing me out
Never.
for no reason, right? And then just going, bro, I'm sorry about that, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
Andrew's a whole ass vibe.
For sure,
I remember
bro.
the first time I met that guy. We was just shooting at Bishop's concert, man. We was
Yeah.
doing our own shit, like just shooting, taking
We were,
pictures,
right, yeah.
videotaping.
Yeah,
we
Earthly
wasn't
Bear
like
Show,
dancing
yeah.
or nothing, like
Right.
moshing.
I was trying to get as much content as I could.
I was too,
yeah.
but it was just for my friend at the time. Like I just
Oh,
wanted to take
yeah.
a video of him, show him how good he did and stuff. And then we
Yeah.
got to talking, and you come into the bar where I worked, and then we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
hung out. We got to talking more, found out about your daughter, your kids, your goals, my kids, and we connected like
We
that.
did. We really did. We talked for a while. It was just like, at the time, like, I kind of just stay in my own little world, my own lane. I just kind of go to my places. I meet people on the way, handshakes, talk to them, whatever. But like, I'm not trying to be like flashy with things. I just want to just do my thing, because like I've done the flashiness. I've fronted a metal band and had to be the front of all of it. And I'm just like, man, I got other focuses and priorities now. So like, I don't want that kind of like. I don't want that. Yeah, I don't need that. I'm really not there mentally at all. Like I have no interest. But I do like meeting genuine souls and like people that are there just because they passionately want to be in whatever they're in. You know what I mean? Like I don't need people that are like trying to do it because they want the fame or the glory or whatever. I would just like people that are just genuine humans, and I'm just doing my thing, using my brain as much as I can. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like I really just try to think things
doing
through.
what you love, basically.
Yeah, dude. I just want to think about things and be like, how can I make my life better and others like that I care about better, and just like at the end of the day, go home and be like, just rest up, and then the next day is a new day. And like,
exactly.
It's how I kind of look at things. Like, dude, I've been through some serious like rough situations. We've talked about it on the podcast before. Everyone deals with trauma and whatnot, and like we deal with that, but you go through it and you overcome. And like, I remember being on the wrestling team in high school, and they would just like push us to our like breaking point, dude, as high schoolers, dude.
Especially wrestling,
crazy,
bro.
dude. They would push us, and I was cutting like 20 pounds every 3 days just because to make weight for varsity.
Wearing garbage bags, and
like everything, like
Oh,
stuff
y'all
I
had
probably
to work
shouldn't
over the
say.
trash bags on?
I never wrestled, but I had one of my best friends was, and he had to do that shit like to make weight, and it was crazy. Like I saw him like completely weak and like just
vulnerable, dude. It's hard, and like it builds you as a person way before the world even gets to you, man. It's one of those things. You just like when you're in that world, no one really can see what you're putting yourself through. But at the end of the day, you know that you're doing it for yourself, even if you don't realize it. Because now that I'm here. Nice.
I told him, bro. I told him.
Hey, it's a while. We've been on this for about almost 2 hours.
Told him, I was like, yo, you got to piss, bro. Go ahead and do it now. Because this is going to be a long podcast.
You said, yo, you sure said that.
Yeah, no, for sure. But as I was saying, anyone that's listening, no, you're good.
He gone.
He gone.
He jumped out of the back of the couch.
Nah, he's all right. Yeah, we'll pick it up there. But so like what people don't see and what I didn't see at the time is like it was creating a strength in me, and like
discipline, bro.
Discipline, man. It
100%.
really creates something in you without even realizing. I hated it. The thing is like I hated wrestling. Like I was good enough to wrestle varsity, compete at state, do the whole thing, get the Letterman, varsity jacket, everything, all the nines. Everything you can achieve, I achieved. Yeah. Outside of winning state, like that was the one thing I fell short of. But that's a luck of the draw type. There's a lot of aspects of that. But like at the end of the day, it makes you so like pain is weakness leaving the body.
Discipline,
that's the quote.
bro.
But dude, man, it makes you so strong.
Discipline.
Dude, it makes you so you can see. I can be so focused, and like I just remember like being like what
focus is better than discipline. Focus is way better than the word discipline.
Yeah, man. Like I remember being in wrestling matches and watching this human on the other side that wants to take me out, just do little different moves, and I would watch every little bit because you had to. You're in like defense mode because this person's trying to take you out. So then after you get out of the fighting aspect of wrestling and you get into the real world, you start to see that same mentality in everybody, in so many different types of people. Not everybody, but like
scenarios.
And it like was so relative. And then I was just in high school. I was 16 years old, and I'm 30.
You was on top of it early. Because I did you know what I'm saying, boxing. It's the same thing.
Same thing, bro.
Hey, shout out Coach Craig. You feel me?
Sure, yeah.
Because he trained some boxers. They won some belts. You feel me? But like while I was at the gym I was at, you feel me? Like I was just trying to do it just because I wanted to get in shape.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get sharper.
For sure.
But he know what he be talking about. Coach Craig, you out there up in Vandalia, Ohio, Empire Gym.
Okay. Shout out, bro. For sure. I
gotta give him a shout out. Yeah. He changed my life.
So what were you saying, Jay? Yeah, you were saying something that so the discipline, the focus aspect of wrestling, and the basically the ripple effect that it has on your life. Because at the end of the day, you're fair enough. So like he's saying with boxing, there's so much discipline because no one's gonna put your body in that shape. Like we had Rob, Hebrew Heartthrob, on.
Oh, yeah.
So when he was on talking about his mixed martial arts and his experience with fighting and wrestling and everything and boxing and everything, he is just such a self motivator. That dude, shout out to Rob, man. He's such a self motivator, and he just does. His goal is to get to where people haven't been able to go to yet. And I thought it was so impressive that no one's telling him to do anything. He's starting gyms. He's making his own financial success. He's fighting these top fighters.
Yeah, bro. I was thinking about it the other day, man. Like, at what point does he go into the UFC, or at what point does he become like a trainer for the UFC? Because he's on top of his game.
He is.
Like when it comes, and actually,
mad respect, man.
Shout out to Robbie, because he actually trained Steve Mick for his MMA fight. So I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. So Steve Mick is he's a socialite down here in Cincinnati. He moved to Milwaukee to run a couple bars out there, but he's always been in the like the limelight of the bars and stuff. He's always been very like athletic, bro. Even if he drinks 5 days a week, like, this dude's like on point when it comes to like either playing sports or doing something. Like he's always like very athletic, right? And so Steve Mick decided that he wanted to fight this fucking like big like farmer looking dude out in Milwaukee, bro. So
some country strong,
bro.
Yeah, man, they're the hardest wrestlers to wrestle.
So he trained with Robbie during the whole thing, which is incredible, and he won the fight. Like it went. He won. It didn't go the distance. Like Steve actually ended up submitting. He didn't submit him, but they TKO'd him because it was like stoppage from the fight. He was just fucking wailing on him.
Yeah. At some point, there has to be a line.
But there was a moment, bro, where it's like these two dudes were just fucking slugging at each other, just like any other like UFC fight. And it's just like, man, the fact that he went from being this guy that you see at the bar, who's always been like I said, athletic, but never gone 5 rounds in a fucking MMA fight before, and went 5 rounds and beat the dude before the final count, right? And submitted him, or not submitted him, but TKO'd him. And the fact that Robbie was a part of that just like shows that like, man, like Robbie's got a lot of knowledge inside that brain, dude. That like I know like Hoist Gracie and all these people, like they've been around for a long time, and they've got like all these like they know how to do like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, right? Like that real like incredible stuff. But Robbie's right on that same level,
he
bro.
Is.
Like he is, but he's just here in Cincinnati. Like if his Brazilian jiu-jitsu complex was in LA or somewhere else, like he would have thousands of people that go to it.
100%.
But because of the fact that it's in Cincinnati, he only has maybe 50 or 60. Right, but it's still that's an incredible amount of people to train.
Everyone's a native of somewhere, so we got to have these people in this area do cool things. Otherwise, we're never gonna have cool things. We do cool things here. This store, we hear the store should be on the West Coast almost every day. Like we've had so many people come in like, I'm from San Diego and I never seen anything like this. I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I broke down and cried on Wednesday night to my wife. Like it was one of those, like being an entrepreneur, bro. It's so hard, man.
Yeah,
because
it's very difficult. Yes.
Like it's everything's held on the shelf, right? Everything's in there. So like the losses, bro. Like I got nobody to blame but myself. Like if I take an L, it goes straight to the chin. I can't blame it on corporate. I can't blame it on fucking Timmy the manager. I can't blame it on fucking Kevin the fucking driver. Like it all falls back on me, bro.
Take it and learn from it.
Yeah, that's why the L's are learning.
Y'all, you feel me? Like
I appreciate you, man.
You know, that's why I be listening from y'all.
And that's one of those things, bro. It's like the L's aren't always losses. They're learning experiences,
dude,
man.
Yeah, learn.
But
don't be afraid to fail.
But bro, like I was at that moment, man, where I told her, I'm like this is. It breaks my heart. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, there's so many people that come in here and say this is the most amazing store I've ever seen, right? Why isn't this in LA? Why isn't this in Chicago? Why isn't this everywhere? Why don't I know about this? And I told her, I was like, it's because of me. The reason why these people don't know about this place is because of me. No one else other than me. Like, and I need to do better. I need to do bigger and better.
It's a big world out there. There's a lot of content
And that's
coming in.
and that's what she said. She's like
she's like
you can't expect everybody in the world to know about what you're putting out. But that's the mentality that's inside this brain,
for sure,
bro. It's
for
like,
sure.
Everybody needs to know about this brand because what we were saying earlier, like Young and Reckless, they're like they're who I'm chasing, right? Because of like Rob Dyrdek, bro. I'm this close to catching you, bro. Like I know you're seeing what's happening here in Cincinnati, and I'm this close for you seeing what's happening, and for you to pull the trigger on Native and going, yo, I want to bring this into the Dyrdek machine.
You said Rob Dyrdek?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
bro.
I'm trying.
So he's from Kenton.
He's from Kettering, Ohio.
Kettering, Ohio.
Yeah, I know about
so
Rob
it's
Dyrdek.
only an hour from here, bro.
He built a skate park over, and everybody
Bro,
knows about ridiculousness.
Yeah,
you know
he built something that's fucking light years ahead of every other skater that's ever even thought about being in the business, bro. Like he's turned his shit into a monopoly for real.
Shit.
And he's only getting better and smarter because and as you age, you start to fucking trim the fat, bro. So now he's like, all right, so like he said this fucking last month, and I told Andrew this, bro. He's like, I'm getting up an hour earlier every day. He's like, do you know what that means?
Y'all like talk to him personally?
No, bro. I know, not yet. Give me 6 months, bro.
Right,
give me
damn.
6 months, and he's gonna be
Crazy.
rocking the brand. So I promise you, on this pot. On episode 112, by episode fucking 52, that's 26. So by episode 138, bro.
When me and my pops and my sister first moved up here, just like knowing homies that skateboard and do BMX and all that.
Yeah.
They the ones that I didn't even know he was from Ohio. I was
Bro.
watching the show a lot though.
I mean,
spent the whole summer.
but that's a crazy thing, bro. It's like
crazy.
he broke the boundary of Ohio, and that's a lot of people. Like as you go in the music industry, as you go in the fashion industry, whatever industry you're in, like for some reason people like to say that there's a cover on Cincinnati, right? There's a ceiling that you can't break through.
Yeah, you're in the spider web.
And that's completely that's complete bullshit.
A lot of people love Cincy.
That's a mentality, bro. That's a mind mentality. Like if you say like, oh, I'm stuck in the web or I can't break the ceiling of Cincinnati, it's just because you're not good enough to get to L.A. or New York or Florida.
Or you haven't put enough time into it. It's about the people. Like there's this drummer that was basically my drummer in my band, his kind of like drum teacher that was kind of more of like a influence for him, I guess. It wasn't teaching him because he knew all his stuff, but the details. But the dude was like a pretty famous drummer. I'm not sure what he made his fame from, but he was exactly, he's like, Zach, the only reason I've made it now is because I did not stop.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't quit. He's like I was really good to start, but like people pushed me off, and then I got a full ride to school, and I did this and this and this. He's like, I just didn't stop. Everyone said, "Why are you playing music? What's the point?
Yep.
What's the point of playing on those drums? It's not going to do anything with you. Like you're not going anywhere." He's like, I'm from Northern Kentucky, and I've stayed in Northern Kentucky, and he's like, and I make 6 figures because of my drum kit. He's like, I make enough to cover my whole family and then some, and create something for my future because of this drum kit. Because I did not stop, and that was so empowering to my drummer at the time and our band, because like we really respected it. He worked with Bootsy Collins. He worked with a lot of different people. Yeah, he was like really like in there with some really solid people. Yeah. And but that's just amazing to think like. He's like, I'm an old man now. I'm older. I'm teaching. He's like, but at the time when I was in my early 20s, everyone's like, dude, you're wasting your time, man. Like you were like, he's like, my parents.
Bro, if I had $1 for every time that somebody told me that I'm wasting my time, I wouldn't have to fucking be here right now. Right. And the only reason why I'm here right now, and the only reason why we're able to make enough money to keep your lights on,
mm-hmm.
keep Tyrell lights on. It's because I haven't given up. That's
exactly.
It. That's it, bro. Like my back has been against the wall more times than I've had W's.
I can only imagine. I've heard stories and but that is the ticket to life, man. If you stop, you can't keep going.
If it doesn't
think
break
like
you,
Monopoly.
It makes you stronger,
if you can't
bro.
go past go, you never get past go. So you have to push past go, man. You just have to collect that 200. You know what I mean? You sometimes you gotta put 200 in the gas tank. There's been times when you've made sales to fill up your gas tank, man. Like there's times when
that was a crazy moment, man.
Dude. I remember being in Lexington, sitting in the drive-thru at Wendy's. Had no money. I just needed $2 sandwiches to go to Macy's and work at another clothing company. And someone paid for my meal. And I was like, I had like $8 in my bank. That's all I had. And I had to get to band practice in Independence, Kentucky, which is an hour away, and pay all my bills. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Someone paid for my meal. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I started paying it forward. After that, I didn't realize people did that until that moment in college. And I was like, wow, maybe I should pay it forward. Like, I should do the same thing. Like, maybe that'll make someone's difference in their life. And it kind of shifted my mentality at that time and place in Lexington, Kentucky. But that little moment, it really propelled me. It perpetuated everything I was doing. I was like, my band can really help people out. I can use music as a tool to reach out and like literally sit in a drive-thru at Wendy's.
Bro, you gotta.
It's amazing. Man.
So the reason why that happens is because you have to work with your eyes open. You know what I mean? Like you worked with your eyes open. You're always paying attention to what's happening around you, and you're noticing the moments, and you're not taking them for granted. That's the big reason why I'm here today, bro. I've capitalized on moments, and I've doubled down on what I'm good at, and I've never given up. So that like those three things right there, it'll put you to the next level eventually. Like it may be a slow walk, but like I've told this to everybody, bro. It's just base hits. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a home run like every day, bro. But if you get a base hit after base hit after base hit, just 2-3 steps every day. By the end of the week, you're gonna be fucking 50 steps further than you thought. You know, and it's
fact, man.
And it's crazy because
so
it's
true.
like days go by so quick, bro. It's just I'm almost in this moment where like I feel like I'm in a movie where I do the day to day, and I don't even think about when I leave here. It's just I wake back up and I do my routine like that. Like that's I'm almost in like not like a Groundhog's Day because it's not a negative thing, right?
Right.
I'm in a zone right now where like I'm here, and when I'm here, I'm grinding,
locked
bro.
in and focused.
Like like Monday through Friday, bro. Like I print, and I'm here. I print every fucking day. I'm printing. And then Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, these two dudes, him and Tyrell, they sell all my shit. So it's like my job Monday through Friday is workhorse. Boom, just slap me with that whip, bro, and just tell me get to work. So that's why I told him like every Monday, what do we need? Like, bro, the fucking
our Monday morning meetings. I guess Monday afternoon.
And that's the thing. Like I've said this time and time again. Like I just want to be the whip horse, bro. Like I just want to be able to go into work and I want somebody to go fucking 7 shirts, 9 tees, and 13 tanks. That's what you got to do today. You know what I mean? That's like no offense to like using the whip for it, but like that's what I want to be. I want to be
metaphorically.
I want to be the whipping horse where like I'm there and you've got like that's all I do because I don't like being the face of the brand is fun, but it's goddamn like.
There's a lot to that.
It's a lot. It's time consuming, bro.
It is.
And so I would rather like we were talking earlier. Like Tyrell he's number 3 on the ship, bro. So in 10 years from now, we have 120 employees. He's number 3 on the ship, which is going to be incredible to think. But he doesn't see it that way yet. He sees himself as an employee of the brand. Right, and that's something we got to get him out of. Is like, bro, you're not just clocking in and clocking out. You've got ideas, you got inventions. You put mind,
as fuck.
He
thought,
is.
and
he got the native tattoo. He got tattooed, right?
Bro, he did that. He did that way early in the game.
Yeah, he did.
And so since then, we've had 4 people get native tattoos, and it's growing, man, which is crazy to think.
About it, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, you get 40% off for life. I mean, you're gonna get discount anyways, but
40%.
There's
40%
for tattoo.
40%
I'll
off.
buy shit in here. I might as well get that.
It has,
Hey, I'm in, bro. So the
native
tattoo's got to
tattoo,
be over
man.
2 inches, 2 inches by 2 inches,
Yeah.
and you get 40% off.
Whip is 40. And
I got a nice
4
little
inches.
spot I
Is
can
it
put it at.
80%.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
There is somebody out there with 2 native tattoos, but they still only get 40%. So.
And one of them has a nipple tattoo, bro. He literally painted.
True.
He took
He got a
his,
tattoo on his chest.
Bro, no. His nipple.
Yes.
Let me reiterate.
There's a picture.
He colored.
He got
bro,
native on his
bro,
nipple.
this eyeball.
Hold on now.
That's cool.
Hold
This eyeball
Hold
right
the fuck
here
on.
is shrunk down into his nipple, and it's literally it's actually no, it's not this one. It's the ice cream logo.
It's the ice cream. It's the ice cream logo. Yeah. It's the ice cream.
But the eyeball is the size of his nipple.
I don't know if you've seen that logo.
And then the cone goes underneath his
Who is
nipple.
this guy?
He's the whip, bro.
I
He gets
gotta see this
40% off anything he ever
I gotta
wants.
see this.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Mad
I
respect.
gotta see this, man.
It's real.
gotta
There's a
see
picture out there. You can they
shit.
can find
I'll
it.
pull it up.
He's
I'll
like,
pull it up.
Yeah.
matter of fact.
Yeah.
Keep the conversation going.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
I'll find this one. Oh, we gotta talk about Kanye with these fucking these slides before we get out of here,
Calling out Adidas.
bro. You guys know what's going on about Kanye?
No.
So this dude, Adidas just came out with these new slides, right? So
Yeah.
so you know what the what the Yeezy slides look like.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what they look like.
Mhm.
So they created these right here.
Are you trying to put him a little bit?
Which, by the way, that worked really well.
That's good. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
So those right there.
Oh shit.
Those right there are some Adidas slides that they just came out with, right?
Okay.
And they are obviously a blatant ripoff of the Yeezy slide. Now this is the same brand. This is still Adidas, bro. So Yeezy actually came out and said, "Hey, this is Ye. Driving down the same street as Kobe passed on. Maybe I feel the Mamba spirit right now. This is to Casper. I'm not standing for this." Now, Casper is the owner of Adidas. He owns the entire company. He said, "This is to Casper. I'm not standing for this blatant copying no more. To all sneaker culture, to every ball player, rapper, or even if you work in the store. This is for everyone who wants to express themselves but feel they can't because they'll lose," which he doesn't know how to spell. He says loose. Their contract or be called crazy. Bravery is not being afraid. Bravery is overcoming your fear for your truth. This is Ye with the blue paint on my face. He's talking about fucking Braveheart right now. Like he's like fucking, let's go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like this is
empowered,
Braveheart,
man,
like
yeah.
blue heart, with the blue paint on my face. These shoes represent the disrespect that people in the power have to the talent. This shoe is a fake Yeezy made by Adidas themselves. I'm not talking to DC about it either. Casper, come talk to me. Happy Monday. So these, like, obviously, like this is,
Say what he said.
bro. I mean,
So
these
him
shoes.
and Casper go ahead to have a face to face.
It's a blatant ripoff, and he's 100% right on it. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to create a Yeezy slide with topography, which is what we were talking about earlier. So it's basically a Yeezy slide. Now topography is that grading scale where if you're looking at a mountain,
Terrain.
it shows you the depth, right? Mountains this big, mountains this big, mountains this big, mountains this big. So they got the topography on this thing, but it's definitely a Yeezy slide, bro.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Kanye gets no money off of it, right? So
That's why you
this
mad.
this is just a new slide that they're dropping.
I don't think it's about the money. It's principle. I think.
It's
definitely- you
I'm
can't just-
sure
Yeah.
sure it's about the principle, bro. Because at this point, it would be like somebody coming out with, it would be like me teaming up with Adidas and doing native stuff for Adidas, and then them coming up with something called the Tribe, right? Or like something like literally like the same exact lane, same exact thing. It's just designed by somebody else.
They try to switch it up on you.
It was
me, like-
the whole thing was bullshit, bro. The whole thing isn't right for Kanye, especially with how much money he's made Adidas and how much money he's brought to that company, bro. And the fact that they're
Yeah.
just slapping him in the face like that.
Yeah, that's a little fucked up.
What
Yeah.
is going? All right. So over there, there was two things that happened in this podcast that a lot of people don't. Yeah, there was a dog that actually shit inside of Little Spoon,
I actually didn't even notice.
and
but yeah, I saw the dog over there.
it was closed. Now let me get this right.
The
The store was
doors are
closed.
this
They
happened
weren't
while
open.
while we was on air.
Yeah,
there's a dog.
just a second ago.
Yeah.
Like it was like 10
What?
minutes ago. So the dog shit in the middle of the store. It was the owner's dogs or whoever's working right now. They had two dogs in there, and he went and picked it up. But I thought that was hilarious. And now all the lights were just flickering like you said they were yesterday. They were lit like there was a light right on the front by the garage door that was just flickering for like 10 or 15 times.
The lights in here flicker for a quick second.
So these are all on motion sensor, bro. So if no one's walking out there after 15, 20 minutes, it ends up.
This last night was like a horror movie. I'm just not gonna lie. It was like it was like crazy. I was like looking at it. I'm like, I'm glad there's a bunch of people in here just hanging out because if you're by yourself, it looks straight like you.
Speaking of that,
there's
bro.
this bar on the banks, J Soch.
Yeah,
that's my spot.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna. I gotta be uncut with it. Whenever I had to take a shit there, like early in the
day. Nice. Yeah.
If ain't nobody walking through there for like 10 minutes, everything got cut off. You ever took a shit in the dark?
I have.
That's nice.
I'm like,
it's a good time.
The hell?
That's hilarious.
Right, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. You just roll the toilet paper from underneath the door.
Yes.
Can't even see it. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to.
That's hilarious.
Trying to reach it.
Schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Everything's cut off. I'm like,
that's one of the greatest entrances to any movie of all time, bro.
Literally.
Oh yeah. I actually, you know what? I got drunk with the dude in the front seat of that car.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
he popped into Kiss 107 when I was working there, bro. Like, he was cool as fuck too. I can't remember his name, man.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
You know the 102 girl in the morning, Molly Watson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to college with her.
I really?
Yeah,
I vibe with her.
Yeah, I went to college.
Yeah, Molly's
she was
a whip,
in my
bro.
she was in my like class with. We were in classes together.
She's
graduate.
a very beautiful,
Molly
nice
Watson, yeah.
person.
She's
like
awesome.
her.
Yeah.
she's
We
a
haven't
good
connected
person.
since. Like, I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to talk again. But like, I remember seeing that she was like, you can always tell people in certain classes and stuff that they're the ones that are gonna like, do some cool stuff. And she ended up doing cool stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
cool.
it's one of those things where it's like the talent ends up coming up to the top. You know what I mean? Like,
That's cool to see that, man.
yeah.
I served her at Moorline where I work as a server, you know, and took care of her. And the bill was supposed to be a 102. She took over and said, I want you to put this many beers on my tab, this much food, and tip me great.
Yeah, she already knew she was going to get in trouble. She put all that shit on there.
No, she did it because she knew the piece of shit dude that she works with wasn't going to tip me too great. I felt like, and he did
she
not.
wanted to get to it before.
And that's why I always said, man, that woman is a great person. She
No,
took care of me.
Molly's incredible, man. And Katie Walters, too. So Katie Walters just got, she's been with Q102 for a long time. She did all the promotions for him for a long time, bro. She just got picked up by Kiss 107, bro. She's going to be the head promotions for, like, Kiss, B105, like, WEBN, the whole conglomerate that Kiss 107 owns. That's Clear Channel. So she's like the head of all of it in Cincinnati now. So
Okay.
good for her, man. And I can tell too. It's like I'm not gonna say it on air, but it's awesome seeing that like people like John and Katie are really getting their flowers in their own city because they did do their due diligence. And the radio's tough, bro, especially in some aspects, man, when it comes to like trying to make something of yourself or be bigger than yourself, and then you've got all these hoops to jump through. And bro, when it comes to like radio, man, the money isn't there by any means, bro. When it comes to like radio, unless dude, I'm used to it now, bro. You see it didn't even fade me.
Man, it gives me anxiety every time it happens, dude. I'll be sitting at the
Didn't even
desk.
fade me, bro. Yeah.
I'll be sitting at the desk and I'll just hear it. I'm like, oh.
Get him on the pot. Let's. Hey,
he must have got to the very top and then like everything just like, god damn.
Yeah, bro.
You know Shroom?
What's that?
You know Shroom?
I do know Shroom, man. Yeah. Like
Check out
I
this pic of me and him.
I know of those guys from way back in the day.
Me and Shroom look just alike. I told him if he ever want me to stand in for him. It's stupid. How
That's
much we look
crazy,
like.
bro.
That's before the beard, by the way.
You look like you're 12 years old, man, without the beard. How long ago was that photo?
About 4 years ago.
Oh man.
Are you 17 right now?
I'm actually 35, man.
Wow.
Holy cow, bro! You look so
way
young
young,
without a
man.
beard, bro.
That dude's cool too.
You know what? I
Let me
keep
see that
look
one
younger than
time.
me.
Let me see it one time.
Oh, you definitely look younger than
Me
you.
and
man.
him look like we were the same people.
Bro,
literally.
I keep telling myself if I shave this beard, like my wife's not gonna know what to do because all
Don't do it.
all this experience right here, like this is all this white is just experience,
That's
bro.
all there, right? I'm glad you kept the beard. I'm glad because like sometimes you'll shave it down, do your thing. It's a good look, man.
You know what?
I got that.
I watched
nice
I watched that Mentos
spice on
commercial
there.
earlier today. I was in a Mentos commercial.
Oh yeah.
And it was red and frothy, bro. It looked so good. Ooh wee.
Mentos.
Fucking lifetime.
bro.
Lifetime ago, bro. Lifetime ago.
4-2 in the finals.
All right, man. So it's 10. It is
10
officially
a.m.
10 p.m.
Yeah, man. We've been going for about 2.5 hours, so we're feeling pretty good. But about to wrap it up.
Extra money on the side.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Anything else? So we talked about the Yeezy.
Warriors,
you know, I was at what picture
Warriors
was I
winning
pulling up on
4-2
the phone?
in the NBA Finals.
The NBA Finals.
Oh, you said Warriors?
Warriors 4-2 in the NBA Finals.
I'm looking. I think Boston still has a chance, man.
Bro,
Hey,
so did
these next two games about to be important.
did Stephen Curry really win the game yesterday with no 3-pointers?
He did. He
Well,
would,
That was the first. That
he
was
would
the
0
first.
for 9. Yeah.
So that was the
First time.
first time in 246 games.
Yes, and he's had 133 straight games.
But he got
of
Clay.
Playoff games with no
And Clay came to
with
play.
a 3-pointer
Clay
made.
came to
So 133 and then 200 plus of totality.
The Warriors.
That's
scared.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
They
so
they compare the Warriors to like 92 Bulls.
yeah, they do. I know.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
here's my thing with the Warriors. So the Warriors would not beat the Bulls. And here's why I don't think the Warriors would beat
Scottie
the Bulls.
Pippen.
Scottie
I don't
Pippen,
know,
but
man.
they have a Scottie Pippen. They have a Draymond Green who's
It's hard to beat a
who's
team full of
very
shooters.
powerful, but the shooter's right. But here's my thing.
Yeah.
Here's my thing with it.
All right, talk your shit.
All right. So the Warriors are flashy. All right. You know what? Like, okay, if you focus in on Steph Curry like they have been doing,
You got to put a taller defender on
a
him.
taller guard, right?
Yeah, you
Jordan, you're not going to put Jordan on him because Jordan, you don't want to put
Jordan
the
gonna do what Jordan gonna do
exactly,
what the hell Jordan
exactly.
do.
Put Jordan on Klay Thompson. Jordan on Klay Thompson, 100%.
He'll lock Clay.
So
that
then-
eliminates him completely.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
that'll
Klay
take
Thompson,
that- yeah,
exactly.
that'll take
right,
that
right,
out the way.
Right. So then you put multiple defenders on Steph Curry. You got to make sure that everyone has energy for him because he doesn't stop moving, right? Right. So no one else on that team right now can score. They really can't. Now, if you have Kevin Durant in the 2016 Warriors, that's a different ball game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right, that's a different ball game.
that's a whole
Now they have a good
that's a whole
chance of beating the
different
Bulls, I believe. Kevin Durant is literally one of the best scorers that we've ever seen on Earth. So
What about Pippen and Dennis Rodman?
Pippen? Well, here's the thing with Pippen. Pippen and Rodman. Rodman was your bully. He was the guy that was going to get it
Which
underneath.
I like.
For sure. You know, like he had flashy hair and all that stuff, but like at the end of the day, he's throwing elbows, he's throwing bows.
He was basically just a rebounder.
100%.
At the end of the day, not a
Definitely.
shooter.
Hustle player.
You don't need offense from him.
Yeah,
Hustle player. He go do what he
You
need
don't
to do to
need
get
his
the job
offense.
done.
You don't need his offense. You need
A good
Jordan and
defense
Pippen's
you
need to
offense.
get the job
A good
done.
Steve
defense
Kerr,
beats a good offense all day long.
Yes,
And
right.
that's why you need him.
But the Warriors are different because you have to guard Stephen Curry from the half court.
Hey, what's his name? Kennard Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
fault.
you're good.
Shit, that's Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen.
He's better than
That's
Scottie
Scottie
Pippen.
Pippen.
He's better than
That's,
Scottie
that's a
Pippen.
whole nother version of Scottie Pippen.
Kawhi Leonard is better than Scottie Pippen. he
Scottie
can shoot
Pippen
better.
Of
probably
course.
could be
Yeah,
possibly the most best
Who?
player
He
of all
learned
time.
from him.
He was underrated.
That's how the game's
You know,
supposed
he
to be.
Scottie
was,
Pippen?
Scottie Pippen was one of the most
He
famous basketball players that got
For sure.
paid the less.
He did. He's also
But
very.
you know
but
why?
But he
Jordan
took
get
it. He
paid-
took
Jordan-
it, bro.
Jordan didn't get
He took
paid
it.
that much.
He didn't get paid that much. He made all his
Yeah.
money from the shooting.
Endorsements and
Scottie
shit.
Pippen didn't get
Yeah,
paid
Jordan didn't get
because
paid
he
that
signed
much.
a contract because he wanted to take care of his family, and he had to sign that contract because there's no guarantees back then.
Yeah.
So
Right.
he
Right.
signed the bullshit contract for many years, 10 years,
Well,
and was paid
back
less
then.
than
Back
Jordan.
then.
He's
then,
still
I don't-
salty
I
about
don't-
that.
I don't-
Pippin's kind of mad.
For real?
If you listen to Pippen talk, he's
For
kind of
sure.
mad.
He is
him
mad.
and him and Jordan, like, yeah, they won a lot, but I think there's got to be some kind of resentment.
Scotty, so
there.
Scotty
It's
could have been an
unfortunate.
all-star on any other team in the league,
When
right?
Jordan retired,
He'd be the
Scotty.
number one on any team.
He could have
but
been
he had
number
Jordan.
one on any other team, but he was willing to be number two underneath Jordan.
Hey, what it
Yeah.
was when Jordan retired for a couple years, Scotty was shit. He was averaging about 20. What
He was.
the stats was like
Dude,
25.
Yeah, he was average almost
It was
30.
like, hey, come on now.
Yeah,
he was holding it down.
but the problem
But
is,
see,
man,
that show you the thing about
Can't
basketball.
win a championship
Bro,
with it though.
bro,
It's not just
here's-
about scoring.
here's the problem, man.
Antoine?
If I step away from Native and then he takes over, you're only going to get half the crowd because
Exactly.
you know what I mean. Because Jordan's. I'm not.
We have much different roles.
Yeah. I'm not trying to like
No, absolutely. Yeah, no.
But it's one of those things where if Jordan steps away from the game, like it's going to be hard for people to respect Pippen without Jordan, because in the 90s they were a duo, bro. And Pippen,
both of them.
Pippen, the reason why Pippen was so goddamn good is because he didn't try to be like one of these now where we're both the best player, bro. We're both best. You know what I mean? Like now you got the Golden State Warriors, you got Miami Heat and the fucking early or late 2017, 18, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But you got these players that they're number one players, like 3 number one players, but they're all trying to play like number one players, not number 1, number 2, number 3.
But let's think of it like this.
People need to know how to work. People need to know how to work as a team.
I can totality package that.
Too.
I can totality package that right now, and we can move on. So let's think about this. Let's say Jay is Steph Curry, okay, and I play in the sense. let's say in the sense of the Warriors, right, and we're doing a native thing. For anyone listening right now, you're welcome. So let's say Jay is Steph Curry, and then I will play Klay Thompson.
Okay.
And then Tyrell will play Draymond Green. Okay.
I'll be Jordan Poole.
What am I?
Can I peep?
Well, in this you guys aren't. You guys aren't. Unfortunately, this is a brand.
Not on the squad yet.
Yeah, not on the squad.
Come on, man. Hey, look, man.
Hypothetical.
Right. We're trying to get you on the squad. We talked about that.
Man.
All right. So let's say it this way. So if he is Steph Curry and I'm Klay Thompson, all right. So Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time, right? And we know that, right? Well, Klay Thompson has 14 threes in a single game in Chicago. He's the only person.
What?
Really?
Yes.
Klay Thompson can shoot.
Yeah, Klay Thompson's the best shooter of all time.
14 threes in one game, bro.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All right. So this is.
So think about this.
This is how old I am.
When it comes to catching shooters,
he's the best.
It's only 2 people I know that's one of the best catching shooters I've ever seen in college. We're gonna start off with college.
All right.
Number 1, JJ Redick.
He's great.
Fuck JJ Redick, man.
Nah, come on, man.
I don't like
No. Hey,
we can't do that to JJ, man.
He's got a story. He's got a story.
Redick, man. We
He's
can't
got
do
a
that.
story though.
Kurt,
you
already know the story. We already talked about it, bro. He was trying to hit on my girl.
No.
He was
JJ
hitting.
Redick.
Really?
Oh,
He was-
shit. Okay.
He was hitting on my girl at the game, bro.
No way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole. It's a
Well, you
whole
know
thing.
what?
That's a whole
Hey,
different. We
hey.
talking about basketball, though.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
when
We just talking about basketball.
when I-
man.
That dude.
When I say
We
fuck
talking about
JJ
hoops.
Redick, I loved that moment. I loved having all of that smoke, bro. Like, cause I could tell, like, I was like, this motherfucker's really looking at my girl, and like I leaned over because like I sold my Cadillac to get fucking courtside seats
Wow.
to this Clippers game because she was my girlfriend at the time, biggest fucking
She like basketball
Pacers?
and shit.
No, she's the
Indiana
biggest
Pacers?
Blake Griffin fan.
Blake Griffin.
Biggest
That
Blake Griffin.
motherfucker.
He can
God.
dunk,
So
though.
look,
Damn, he
so,
had one of the
so
the
look,
greatest
bro.
runs. All right.
So this dude.
Backs
So
up.
I sell my Cadillac and I buy these courtside seats to the fucking Indiana Pacers LA Clippers game, right?
Yeah.
I got the tickets courtside right behind the Clippers bench. So, she can see Blake Griffin the whole 9.
Yeah.
This dude that was the week that he fucking fought the fucking the trainer. He punched the trainer in the face and broke his hand,
right,
and like
yeah.
they wouldn't even let him suit up, bro. So like,
What the fuck?
so that game, Blake Griffin wasn't even there. He wasn't even on the fucking. He wasn't even on.
He didn't come to Indiana, right? He didn't.
No, he wasn't even on
playing
the
LA
bench,
still.
bro. I made a shirt that said I sold my Cadillac for these fucking tickets.
Ah, dude, that's
Yeah, I sold these.
Did you make the Jumbotron?
No, man.
Oh,
No.
nah.
But like I said, JJ Redick kept looking back at my
Man.
girl, and I kept going, this motherfucker's looking at my, like he kept like turning around, looking right at her, and I'm like, I lean over to Kayla, I'm like, yo, JJ Redick keeps looking at you like he's trying to get your attention. She's like, no, he's not. And then she's like, oh my god, I think he is.
JJ
I'm like, I
Redick.
told you. Like, what is going on? Like, even at
Bro.
halftime, like they're in the fucking the meeting, they're in the huddle and everything, and he's fucking,
When it comes to college,
Was
when
he
it comes to
playing
like
playing the
basketball,
game too?
yeah, he was in the game, bro.
He was in the game
Yeah,
and
he was in the
everything?
game, and he was
When-
like
when
over
it
here,
come-
like,
hey, yo, check it.
So he
trying to
was
lock
healthy.
eyes.
He was healthy and yeah, man.
And
when it
trying to
comes
lock
to
eyes.
when it comes to basketball, especially if you know about the college hoops, JJ Redick is
the man, bro.
What Drake is the hip hop.
Yes, he was
Bro,
the
I
best shooter, yeah.
If Drake
love
pulls
JJ.
up on your lady,
That's my dude, Drake. I love Drake.
if Drake
You know
pull
that
up on your
song
lady,
"Way Too
you feel
Sexy"?
me?
That's me all the way.
That's JJ Redick, and you feel me? If you know
For
about
sure,
college
bro.
truth,
You know that, Andrew.
But no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
No,
I
get
know.
what you're
For
saying.
sure.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I get it, and I like I said when I say fuck JJ Redick, I don't mean it personally. Like
Yeah, I
it
know,
was
I
it was like look, bro. Like we can hang out at a bar together. If you think you're gonna take
Pretty
my
sure
girl,
you're a cool ass motherfucker.
let's try.
Like outside of
like hey, I'll I'll
what
let you
I'm saying?
try to take her, bro. At the end of the day, I guarantee you, bro. You know what I mean? But if not, fuck me. You know what I mean? But hey, like I said, man, at the end of the day, like I love that moment, man. I love that moment where like I'm just a normal dude in the stands, right?
Yeah, man.
And I got my girl, and Jay just like, yo, she's fly player. Let me try to hit on her.
it's JJ Redick, man. God
So-
damn,
Now he's like he works for
shit.
ESPN, man. He's on.
I know.
Like, yeah, he's
and
on.
he go
he's
set,
like on First Take.
he
and
go
stuff.
he go set all that ESPN stuff straight.
Yo,
'cause-
so like
you know what I'm saying?
another random
set all that
fucking
straight.
another random bullshit. We went to go see we went to go see
I know I've been asking you.
was it Burt Kreischer? We saw a bunch of these like big comedians, like it was like Theo Vaughn. You guys know who Theo Vaughn is when it comes to like commercials, or like comedians and podcasting. Theo Vaughn.
He's good. He's worth checking
Nobody
out if
knows
you haven't.
Theo
Yeah,
Vaughn is?
I know he is. Yeah.
So we went and saw him at the Icon Theater, right? And he had like a whole crew of like comedians with him. This motherfucker Ari Manis is over here in my wife's DMs, bro, from that night.
Oh, what?
Hey, what's your
Yeah.
wife look like? Let me see a
What?
picture of her.
Yeah,
real quick.
shit, bro. She's fly as fuck.
She got
looks
hot as
good.
hell. He's
But
talking.
and I'm over there like
I'm
like
affirmation. Sorry about that.
Kaylin goes,
Fair enough.
well, this is awkward.
Hey,
And
I
then-
might have did on her too.
and then she shows me, and this is like this other dude, Ari Manis, like he's another comedian that's on tour, and he's like, hey, what are you doing after the show? Blah, blah, blah.
Shit.
what are you doing later?
You're pretty fly for a white guy.
What's up, girl? How you been? You like sushi? You like drinks? Let's go get sake. Come on, man.
Yeah, so here's Kaylin wearing the
She's a Caitlyn too.
Kaylin.
that's her rocking that Johnny Depp t-shirt,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
That Johnny Depp t-shirt's fly as fuck, though.
Fly.
Hey, Johnny
bro.
Depp, the man.
Bro, so
She look like a whole ass vibe.
Johnny Depp,
bro,
you are the man.
she is a whole ass
Johnny
vibe.
Depp shirt.
If you ever hear this goddamn podcast, trust and believe, we was on your side the whole time. You the man.
Bro, like it is crazy seeing how many people were like in his corner. And you know, like I don't know if it's because everybody saw through Amber Heard's bullshit, which is like
It didn't make sense.
Wasn't hard.
I mean, bro, it wasn't hard, right? Like
Certain
it
things
wasn't.
she was doing didn't make sense.
The funny thing is like she thinks she's such a good actress, but like that fucking
Terrible.
like my dog stepped on a bee thing, like you know what I mean? Like there was moments that like you can just tell that like she like flicks it on, flicks it off when it comes to acting, right? So it's like one of those things where it's like Jesus Christ, bro. But like I don't know if it's like Johnny's been. I mean, he's been famous since he was fucking 15 years old, bro. Like his first movie was Nightmare on Elm Street 1,
Johnny
right?
Depp,
You watch
hey,
the
Johnny
beginning,
Depp-
the
Johnny-
beginning of
hey,
horror
Johnny Depp
movies,
is
bro.
smooth. He is
The
smooth.
very beginning,
Johnny-
the very
hey, Johnny
fucking
Depp, he
first
is
horror
smooth. He is
movie this
smooth one.
motherfucker's
He's
a part
smooth.
of.
Hey, do you remember
He's
him,
smooth.
Sweeney Todd?
And if you
Oh,
know
yeah.
if you
Dude,
know
I
anything
loved him
about
in
being
Sweeney
smooth,
Todd.
you'll understand where Johnny coming from. That that
Bro,
girl,
so but
something wrong with her.
that's the thing, bro. He's to that point where we give him the benefit of the doubt always, right? Because we've grown up with him, we've seen him, and when Edward,
Exactly.
we fell in love with him in Edward Scissorhands, and we loved
Oh
him in
my
Willy
God.
Wonka.
Hold on, he was in Edwards.
Bro, he
I
was
tripped out
Edward.
on
He
an asset
was
watching
Edward.
the
He's
Willy
Edward,
Wonka.
yeah.
Look,
Johnny
look,
Depp
mind
was
blown.
Edward
Let's watch the
Scissorhands.
reaction.
Mind blown.
Watch
Are
the
you
reaction.
serious?
Screenshot that, boy.
Johnny Depp was Edward Scissorhands.
He was Edward Scissorhands.
I did not know that.
He was.
Yeah.
He
Oh
was.
shit! I'm watching that shit tonight now.
And it's fly as
He's
fuck.
in-
That
he-
movie's so good,
Excuse
bro.
my language, y'all.
If you look
I'm
at
watching
this-
that.
You look at his like whole
I didn't know he was Edward
IMDb.
Scissorhands.
IMDb, like his list of movies is you're about to blow your mind. Go check on the internet tonight, bro.
Yeah, he's
For
he's
sure.
wild,
Have
bro.
yourself a good hour of just checking because he's got
My
enough
sister
material.
gave me Movie Box Pro, so I can watch every movie.
Hey, yeah, but yeah,
Hey.
Edward Scissorhands is Mr. Johnny Depp.
But like
Mr.
all right,
Depp.
all right.
Okay.
So let's end it
That's
on
crazy
on
shit.
this. What is
Yeah.
your favorite Johnny Depp movie of all time? All time.
Edward
Any of 'em.
Scissorhands.
That's crazy.
That is a tough question.
That is fucking crazy.
It's not a tough question at all. When I
me-
when I
to
say
me-
mine,
to
you're
me-
gonna be like, oh fuck, all right.
To me, is probably the what blew my mind the first Pirates. Man.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
The first Pirates.
Yeah, I'm
when
going-
I saw
I'm going
that,
Pirates
because it just
Caribbean,
it, I like when I first saw it, I was like so excited
I
just to
didn't
see
know.
anything.
The fact that he like took on this role and made this character, and it's bro like to the point that character is by far the most like iconic character in the history of movies, right?
Literally.
And if they do another Pirates of the Caribbean, which
I hope they do.
I
No,
hope
I'm-
I hope
I'm-
they do. I
I'm-
hope they
I'm-
do, but if they don't, I'm glad that they
Yeah.
didn't.
No.
I'm at that point where like if Johnny's like, nah, bro, I'm like, no. You know, but Johnny's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I'm starting with Edward Scissorhands,
Bro.
But I will say a close second is definitely Fear and Loathing.
Fear and Loathing.
Ooh, I don't know
All right.
about that.
But Pirates takes it from me because that's such a fantasy
better.
world that I just there's just
So-
something about pirates that are cool.
so-
but Fear and Loathing is a really good film.
The character in both of those are better than the ones that I'm thinking of because like, you know, to think about
It's a tough question.
what he did in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So he actually spent months in Hunter S. Thompson's basement.
Yeah.
Damn.
So Hunter S. Thompson is the guy that he played in Fear and Loathing Las Vegas who smokes ether, bro. He just rips ether all day and then tries to write stories on what's happening in the current time. So it's like it's fucking crazy. So that character is insane. The fact that it was a real person that he was portraying. And honestly, one thing that no one knows about Johnny Depp, this is how fucking dope this dude is. So when Hunter S. Thompson died, Hunter S. Thompson is a legend, right? So you've never seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Watch it tonight.
Watch it tonight.
Just
Movie Box Pro.
Bro, whether it's the first hour, just watch it. You're gonna be like, holy shit, bro, this is crazy. But so when Hunter S. Thompson died, his dying wish was to be fucking shot out in a cannon, his ashes, over the Grand Canyon or over like some spot.
That's the extra.
Guess what Johnny did?
What?
Paid for it, bro. He did the whole thing. Fuck. So when Hunter S. Thompson died, he paid for this cannon, paid for the whole thing, and shot his ashes over whatever cannon, whatever fucking
What a-
thing he wanted to do.
I didn't even
What
know
a
that.
moment that was,
So-
man.
Awesome.
So
Wow.
my like for me like Fear and Loathing, probably like top 5 greatest acting of all time because the whole time like he had to act like he was on ether or like on like these drugs that were just making his mind fucking split. So like when he's like, I thought this ether was like I thought I was doing really well, but it turns out like I couldn't even walk to the casino, you know, and it was like, and you see these guys and they're just sitting there like their legs are like stuck in like glue while they're trying to like walk to the casino and shit, bro. But like, so him acting in that was phenomenal. Pirates of the Caribbean is the greatest character that was ever portrayed, and he portrayed that after Keith Richards, right? So Keith Richards from Rolling Stones. So Keith Richards, he's like one of those guys where so when Johnny said I'm making this role, I thought of a pirate version of Keith Richards. So that's what his thing was. So like I've only watched the first Pirates of the Caribbean. So Kaylin during this whole Johnny Depp thing is on like number 4 at the house. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, is that Keith Richards? She's like, yeah, why? I'm like, bro, that's like the very first movie, there was him like talking about how Keith Richards was the inspiration of this. And now they bring him in for the 4th one. Oh my God, it's so dope, bro.
So dope.
But my favorite Johnny Depp movie of all time is probably Blow, bro.
Blow.
You know, I was gonna say Blow.
Shit.
I had a
forgot
feeling.
all
I just
about that.
knew. I was gonna say Blow, but
It never
I don't
came
know.
across my mind that he was
Blow
Yeah,
was
he's in Blow,
so
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
But like
I've
honestly,
seen
like
Blow. My
like
dad
like
had that on
at
DVD.
acting version, acting.
never
You're
came
not
across my
gonna
mind.
find a better
Damn.
actor than
crazy.
somebody playing the pirate from Captain Jack Sparrow. No, like that character. Nobody will ever beat that character in that role.
Yeah,
that
that's-
like the
that's
way that
top
he
tier,
acted.
man. That's top tier.
Hey, for me though, it has to be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Of course, bro. So that's another one
I'm
where he
sorry.
just
Those are
against
huge
Flo.
shoes to
completely-
fill. Those are
Not
huge
against
shoes
Flo.
to fill.
I'm
Like,
gonna-
think
I'm gonna-
about it.
I'm gonna
Gene
tell you
Wilder,
why.
bro,
Yeah.
to fill Gene Wilder's shoes
Yeah.
and that crazy shit,
Hard to fill.
I'm gonna tell you why because
and he surpassed it
He
at
did.
that.
the
did.
first time I ever took acid, I watched that movie for the
Oh,
first
shit.
time, and it was only one time I took acid, and it was next to my ex-wife.
Ah, nice.
She was your wife at the time.
She was my wife at the time, and I had 2 hits in my pocket. It was one for me and my friend. I was like, I had no friend at the time, and my ex-wife was asleep. And I was like, fuck it.
Ah,
I
shit.
took those 2 fucking hits, and I was like, sitting there watching a movie. I'm into it. And we're gonna talk about Pokemon too on topic. And
She wakes up. You're in the corner like
No.
Oompa,
Right.
Loompa, zippity doo. Mike, what are you doing?
at the end of our relationship,
Kill
she's
my
a big
vibe.
woman, man.
Right.
And I looked over at her and I was like, dude, she looks like a fucking Snorlax.
Oh shit!
She was like
damn. Yo,
sleeping and shit. You know how Snorlax
Yo,
does.
ever want to be compared to a Snorlax?
That was the end of the beginning. Of the beginning of the
At
end.
the beginning of the year, bro. I'm like, I'm out of this.
Snorlax, goddamn.
And I'll never forget that shit. But dude, I
Yeah.
tripped so good on that movie. Is like I watched the movie, I looked outside, and I was like, the movie was outside, and her.
Bro, you know what I found out the other day about that movie, and it fucking blows my mind. They train those goddamn squirrels. So that the scene where all 100 squirrels are around that big thing and they're all listening and cracking those shells and opening them up.
What?
Instead of doing CGI, they taught all those little bitches how to do that shit, man. So
That's
all
crazy.
these little squirrels are all sitting there. They're taking walnuts. They're breaking them and listening to them and fucking cracking them open.
Train a squirrel.
They
I remember that.
trained
I remember
100
that.
of them, bro.
That's some scary shit.
That's crazy.
The
That
fact they
wasn't
can do
CGI.
that, that's crazy.
Who was the character in that movie that was the squirrel? They cracked the nut, you know, at that moment.
Oh, the person that like got like
Oh,
disciplined,
yeah, yeah.
Dismissed.
dismissed,
Yeah, yeah.
disciplined.
I haven't seen it in a while, man. I don't remember that. I don't remember who it was.
It's been a while for me as well.
I can't remember either.
But Johnny Depp did get on it, so
All right, so
Johnny Depp
so
was
if you
on Blow, and I cannot get
if
that.
you
Now
had
I'm-
one
Edward
movie,
Scissorhands, bro.
And you know what?
You
As
got a lot
matter
to
of
watch.
fact, I'm going home and I'm watching Blow and I'm
Right.
watching Edward
All right,
Scissorhands.
so-
I got to see this one because I'm like,
And,
damn.
and
how
if you
I
can watch
missed this?
Fear and Loathing, it's worth your
all right,
time.
so
bro.
so everybody that's
All right,
still
cool.
watching, we have an assignment this week.
Yep.
So I want you to go pick your favorite Johnny Depp movie that you haven't seen. I want you to watch it, and then next
Crazy.
Tuesday come in here and then report to us and tell us what you think about
Yes.
the situation.
yeah, we want a verbal report.
A
Yeah.
verbal report.
Or action.
So if Johnny Depp could make one movie, his next movie, what would it be? After this whole fiasco, now that because like honestly, bro, like my stepdaughter, she's 13 years old.
Yeah.
She's now a big Johnny Depp fan. So that just goes to show you that this dude's pulling in like Red Hot Chili Peppers like vibes. Like he's got people from a different like decades, bro. Like he was 70, he's fucking 50 something now. You know what I mean?
For
So
real?
he's been there for 40 something years, bro. So
Damn,
like
I ain't know he
all
was-
these old women that are walking around going, "How do you know Johnny Depp?" Like, no, bro, that's Johnny Depp's main crush right there. Like these 50-year-old women that are walking around with Johnny Depp T-shirts.
Yeah.
They were there when he first got on Nightmare on Elm Street, right? They were there for 21 Jump Street, bro. So like, what if there was one movie after all of this fiasco that you want to see? Would it be Pirates of the Caribbean, or would it be something else? Would it be a new project
No,
that he did?
I'm watching all his underrated shit. So I'm gonna be watching.
I'm on a
Nightmare on
new
Elm Street.
Pirates, and I would love the pirate.
Would you want him to do and after Pirates dropped him, and after they ostracized him, basically, like before the verdict even came out, they canceled him, they canceled Jack Sparrow, they canceled all of it, and then Johnny Depp said, I wouldn't do another Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Right.
If you paid me $100 million and gave me 100 llamas.
Now, hear me out real quick.
Llamas.
Hear me out, all right? So, how when he does a Pirates of the Caribbean, he gets caught and he's on trial.
So I gotta go back and do some shit.
Hey, you see where I'm at? So he's on trial. So now
For
we're
real.
watching the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial
Via
Pirates of the
via character version.
on Pirates of the Caribbean. Now that
I
I'm
don't
tuning in for.
I don't think a 2-hour thing, but I think
No,
a
they-
half hour.
They put it
in
somewhere
the
in the
middle.
film. Yeah, it's part of the
Yeah.
film, but he gets caught and he's on trial.
Jerry
And then he-
Bruckheimer. Somebody tag Jerry
Boom.
Bruckheimer.
and we're about to.
Jerry,
I just want
listen, bro. This is it. My guy AI's got
Let's
it down
go.
for you. So the new script, we've already got it written. It's what do you say? 346 pages.
something like that.
It's
yeah.
got 11 new characters in it.
Yep.
But Johnny Depp is still Jack Sparrow, and this whole thing is going to be $1 billion emprise.
100%.
And-
there's fecal delivery and everything.
And like honestly, you're gonna have to get Johnny Depp half, because if not,
Oh.
then he's not gonna be a part of it.
Exactly.
And not only that, bro. Like you need to give Johnny Depp half of everything that Disney's gonna do. Everything that all these. Like Pirates of the Caribbean is still a ride at Disneyland
Yeah.
that makes millions and millions and millions and millions
I
and
went on
millions
it.
and millions of dollars.
I went on it recently,
So
actually.
this is something we might need to talk about this next Tuesday, because I've been going down this Walt Disney rabbit hole, and there's a good chance that he's buried underneath the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hold on,
Excuse
hold on. What you
Whoa.
saying?
Walt Disney. So Walt Disney was very big into innovating, right? And when
Yeah.
he was dying in the '60s was right when the cryogenic freezing thing was starting to happen.
Who you
So
talking
listen to this weird shit. The day he died is the day that cryogenic freezing was born.
Official.
Same day, exact same day.
Interesting.
So, but there is people that say that he was cremated, and that he was cremated before the process. But it's well documented and well known that Walt Disney wanted to cryogenically freeze himself and wanted to do so, and was in talks with this company before they were able to get it off the ground. And it just so happened that they cryogenically, like their freezing thing happened the same day that, or it went legit or legal the same day that he died.
Interesting.
So there's also another
Seriously
conspiracy,
theory there, yeah.
and this blew my fucking mind, dude. If you think about like Walt Disney, like Frozen, right? Because like you heard that like they froze his head or they froze his body to cryogenically freeze him, and then like a 10 years, 100 years from now, they'll be able to like figure out how to unfreeze them.
Yeah.
Y'all remember watching Futurama?
So yeah, exactly, bro. So listen to this. So they're saying that they made the movie Frozen to bury the word search of Disney and Frozen. Think about that. Like, so if you try to type in like Walt Disney, Frozen in time, like cryogenically frozen, you're gonna get so much bullshit from the movie Frozen
Yeah,
and
you're
Walt
never
Disney
getting there.
popping up that it's gonna be so hard to find that fucking rabbit hole, bro.
Ain't no damn rabbit hole.
That is blowing my mind.
That blew my mind more than anything that
That
I've heard.
blows my mind. That
And
is
so, but
crazy.
like I mean, you've even seen Futurama where they've had like
Yeah, the
Walt
people-
Disney's
people
head
heads
like
and
like
that
in the
fucking
little
shit.
glass case, and it's
Yeah.
like everyone's all
Yeah.
sitting
I
there.
mean, the depth of Disney is
Keep it there.
insane. Like
Subliminal
they
messages.
won't like
Yeah,
they
keep
like
it
I don't
there.
know if you guys are hip to any of the conspiracy and like knowledge of Disney, but like they will not pronounce somebody dead at a Disney theme park or anywhere Disney affiliated. No one's ever legally died at Disney.
What?
No, never. Did you know that?
No.
No one's ever legally died.
So what?
through Disney.
So what happens if somebody
So someone
dies on a ride?
A ride, right? So like when they die on a ride, the EMTs, the fire department, or whoever's picking the body up,
They pull them outside.
they come and they leave the park. They pronounce them dead as soon as they left the park, and they move on. And Disney has no affiliation. Period. And there's not one reported in their
I mean, that's
history.
genius. So
Yeah.
so basically, they could probably have an off-site emergency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where
Mhm.
it's like, hey, take them there. As soon as you get outside the jurisdiction of these
The Disney
walls,
resorts. Yep.
then you know,
pronounce
check
that.
this, check that.
Yep. But no one's ever died legally at Disney ever in the
Hey,
history of the park.
Y'all know Disney.
They just
owns
celebrated
Death Row?
50 years.
What's that?
Y'all know Disney owns Death Row Records.
Death Row Records.
No, Disney doesn't.
not Disney?
No, Snoop does.
Over Snoop.
No, Snoop bought it.
I'm pretty
Snoop
sure.
owns
I'm
it.
pretty sure Disney. Disney's huge.
Disney owns ESPN.
I don't think that's the case, bro.
They own ESPN. I know that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's factual, bro, because they've got. I know Disney did have something to do with that. They did buy into the Insane Clown Posse at one point, and then so in the '90s they released an album with ICP, and then found out what ICP was really about. And
They
dropped them
crazy
right away.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would not be a
No,
match.
it was
Not a match.
it was 90s, bro. It was
ICP is some
90s,
crazy
so it was
motherfuckers.
like
They ain't playing around.
such a bad juxtaposition where
Yeah.
like they thought clowns were like the fact that they never listened to the music or like even knew what the Insane Clown Posse was about.
Yeah.
They crazy.
Yeah,
They built like a
what's
whole-
that movie with the
I
dude
was
that was
turning
in
it
the
off, bro.
sewers?
Going, huh?
What?
What's the name of that movie with the dude that was in the sewers? And he was dressed like a clown and shit.
It.
Yeah.
Shit, I thought you were talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, bro. I'm
Oh,
like, shit, this is another hour and a half podcast, bro.
Right.
We
We're
only
about-
an hour and
We're
a half
about to
in.
no. We're about to wrap things up, man.
Bro, we are 2.5 hours in. I'm
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
10:30.
I'm an hour and a half
God
late.
damn.
I'm an
Yeah,
hour and a half late from being home.
Yeah, we can wrap it up though. We've talked Disney. Next week we'll talk a little.
We need to
a
start
bunch
doing
of
conspiracy theory podcasts because
Ooh.
I really want to do that. I want to do that
No.
over a dark room. I don't know how
That
to
shit
turn
would be
these
crazy.
lights off though.
Yeah, we don't need to
I want to turn all of them off. We have
we
like
need to do that.
a conspiracy theory or something.
I would say turn the lights off in the lab and it's dark but still white. And
Make
there's
it
still
spooky
enough
and
light.
shit.
Maybe keep the selfie light on to have some ominous lighting, and we just talk in there. I don't know, but it's white though. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. We need it to be black walls. I don't know.
With a couple strippers.
I would. The What If
conspiracy
podcast
theory in my
would be
backyard,
amazing.
bro, and over a fire pit though.
See
That-
a fire. See that reminds me of Goosebumps. That would make total sense.
All
See
right.
a Goosebumps like themed kind of thing.
All right,
music.
so I mean, bro, we literally live blocks away. So all that equipment that's in the back room, we'll just bring to the house, and then we can bring it out. So we can do the Last Call Cincinnati, and we can do the
and the same night,
late night Goosebumps.
just knock them both out.
Late
Late
night.
nights. Some, yeah. You hear? I mean, that's what's up. I mean, the What If.
Oh my
the
God,
What If
bro!
podcast.
Wait a minute. Let's start a podcast called Horror Stories.
Horror stories.
No,
Horror stories.
Horror Story.
Yeah.
Craziest scary movie.
WHORE stories. Horror stories.
The
Yeah.
craziest scary movie I ever seen in my
You
life.
know,
was
how
Hatchet.
many guys would want to get on a podcast called Horror Stories?
You don't even want to watch it. I'm telling you.
Horror
You
Stories.
don't want to watch that.
WHORE.
Yeah. Those are like some post bar. you meet her at the bar and then it ends very dread.
All right, man.
All right,
it's
man.
10:30, so this is
Yup.
gonna wrap up another episode of the Powwow. So I appreciate you guys for checking in, man. And we're gonna want to do this once a week outside of this table here. So we're gonna try to do 2 podcasts a week. One here on Tuesdays where we're interviewing local natives of the area. But I want to do another one where it's either conspiracy theories, and then I've got another one with Jason Javosky that we're setting up. So if you guys know Jason Javosky, we are going to get another podcast set up with him called Last Call Cincinnati. So if you're a bartender and if you want to be a part of this whole thing, we've got a podcast for you. It's going to be late night after the bars close, 2 a.m. You'll be able to go back and it'll be outside in a 20 by 20 backyard, privacy fence, fake grass, fire pit, floodlights. So you can actually it'll be a good setup. It'll be a lot of fun. But one of the things that I've always wanted to do is actually have a podcast over a fire because that's where stories are told, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So and I'm
bonfire.
also thinking, bro, seriously, bro, and I'm
Little
also
bonfire
thinking
or something.
like having a whatever.
Yeah.
So I really think having the conspiracy theories are like not horror stories, but like actual horror stories
Horror.
out in the
That's
backyard
some
would be
scary
dope.
shit.
Yeah, but I do want to start a horror stories. Because I think that'd be entertaining.
And we also have talked about doing the Bobby Mackey's thing. So that's another.
We should talk about the top 5 scary movies of all time.
Top 5. What's your scariest movie of all time? Top 1 right now.
Like number 1?
Favorite? Yeah. The one that scared you to the
I ain't
Girl
gonna
Next
lie to
Door?
you.
So the Girl Next Door is what Mike Jones said.
I saw Hatchet kind of like, damn, that shit freaked me out.
What was it? Hatchet.
It's like watching Wrong Turn. It's like if the creators from Wrong Turn, Michael Myers and Saw met each other and made a movie.
Oh shit. Just gruesome as fuck.
I don't want to see that shit again.
All right.
You feel me? That's number 1 scariest movie of all time.
Honestly,
I don't wanna see
the
this shit
movie
again.
that kind of freaked me out the most when I was younger, Chucky did me in pretty bad.
Okay.
But outside of that, like childhood stuff, have you ever seen Jacob's Ladder?
Nah.
It's got a good soundtrack though.
Jacob's Ladder, that
Yeah, the
movie
soundtrack
freaked
with
me
the
out,
Bro, Jacob's Ladder's got John B on it, player.
dude.
It's a scary movie with a soundtrack.
When
Yeah.
that like
Bro, I mean, but the
it wasn't a horror film.
the 90s
Nah,
was all
it's like
about
mind
fucking.
trippy.
Oh, okay.
It was a mind trippy movie, but it was
Type
weird.
shit.
The dude was like living in like this thing that was things were happening.
Look at this,
He
bro.
was, like-
10:35. All these people leaving the movies
Left
right
the
now.
movies.
We talked
And
about-
nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. That's
I've been hearing a lot about this Top Gun movie. Have y'all seen
Fire. Yeah, it's
For
super
real?
fire.
it?
There's Top Gun out, Jurassic Park, and Sonic 2.
I heard about Jurassic Park,
Everyone's
too.
about that's right now.
I'm
gonna check that out,
I
too.
haven't heard good things about Jurassic Park though.
No,
No.
like
For real?
is it not a good ending to the whole?
Bro, you know what? I don't think they can do anything as bad as burning the goddamn Tyrannosaurus Rex or whatever the fucking Stegosaurus was, bro. You might-
movie. I'll take my headphones off.
No. So not this
Don't tell me
one.
the
It
movie.
was
I wanna see the
like
movie.
2 or 3 movies
Previous
ago.
ones,
Oh, okay.
Like they had like Jurassic Park. It was on an island, right? And
Yeah.
then they all had to leave the island because they fucked the island up completely. And as they were pulling away the boat, bro, you see a Stegosaurus's head just come up and just cry.
Damn.
As the entire island's on fire.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm to this day, bro, Caitlin's like, fuck that movie. Like, she wanted to leave right after that scene, and it wasn't just her. Like, everybody, bro, like talked about that exact same scene. Like, fuck that shit.
So they
Like,
fucked it up.
I can't believe that they would
Yeah.
let something like that go. Like,
Nothing messes me up with that movie. Nothing gets it except the little dinosaurs that like attack people, like leech
The
on.
little raptors.
The little ones, yeah, that like jump on, like with the scene with the little girl.
Yeah.
That freaks me out. Like, not that anything really happens because she runs from her, but like, you know, even and when dude,
Mike's back in. He's like, fuck it, let's go.
yeah,
Let's do it.
the scene in the one when dude from that played in Seinfeld, yeah,
Joe-
when that
Newman.
yes, Newman, when this dinosaur like his like
What? Hold on.
that thing sprays out, that
And he
freaked
spits in
me
his
out.
face.
Yeah, that freaks me out too. That's that moment when I first saw it. I was way young, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What? That's
I
I
wanna
know
see-
All right,
about
scariest
George- I know about-
movie
I know-
ever.
I
We
know
still haven't
about
gotten to it.
George.
scariest movie ever." Dude, man, that's a hard question.
Don't say Beetlejuice.
No,
That's
no,
gonna
no.
hurt me a little.
Like,
Bro, so
dude,
let
Chucky,
me,
Chucky ruined me, bro. Early on, I couldn't look at a doll the same after I saw that. To this day, like
I had a good guy doll.
It's
It's movies
now
like-
now
it's
I've
movies like
matured.
Chucky
It doesn't
and
bother
Annabelle.
me, but like if I in the moment, nothing has scared me more than Chucky when
Yeah.
I was little. It really
It's because you
like
play with dolls.
Hey, Annabelle is kind of
I
Listen,
scary. too.
I didn't touch another one after
Hey,
that.
I'm
Hey.
gonna tell you right now.
Annabelle is scary as hell too.
Annabelle
Yeah.
was scary.
Yeah, she's
Terrifying.
scary.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
And
lie.
that's a true story about
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
real
I heard.
doll.
That applies. That's probably
Annabelle's
scary. Yeah, yeah.
So-
that
I ain't
was-
gonna lie to you. I don't wanna
I'm
be
gonna
like
I'm gonna
that.
tell you something right now, and it's gonna blow your all's mind. Because what's today? Today is
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Tuesday,
the 14th,
June 14th, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure when they're gonna announce this, but I know they're going to.
2022. I'm
no.
just saying we just need.
I don't think they're gonna announce this
We just
movie till
dated the
till
episode.
till
They're gonna
December.
make another Beetlejuice, aren't they?
They're making another Beetlejuice.
I
bro.
fucking. That's weird. I even said that.
All right,
Beetlejuice
so
ain't
You
so
said it
listen.
earlier.
You said that.
You said
So
that
listen.
I
earlier.
knew you was gonna
Scary.
say that shit.
I think they're gonna make another Beetlejuice. I think, and this is why. This is why, bro. So you've got Beetlejuice was written by Tim Burton.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Tim Burton is Johnny Depp's
Yes.
biggest fan.
Yes,
Oh,
they
wow.
are.
Right.
Yep.
Now Johnny
Burton's
Depp.
done it all.
Now Johnny Depp isn't going to work with Jerry Bruckheimer. Jerry Bruckheimer's a fuck. Let's be honest. So
He made CSI.
He's a redheaded idiot that fucking
Say
dropped
CSI?
Johnny Depp early.
Jerry Bruckheimer's
So but
CSI.
you've got Tim Burton, who, well, let's start this off. You got Johnny Depp, who whatever movie he chooses, he's gonna make $1 billion. Whatever movie he chooses, that movie is gonna make $1 billion.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's 22 Jump Street, 23 Jump Street, or whether it's Beetlejuice 2 or Pirates of the Caribbean 6. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But the ball's in Johnny Depp's court. That's the big thing, right? That's the big thing. So if the ball's in his court and whatever he chooses, that money's going to get allocated towards. He's not going to go to Disney. He doesn't want Disney to make this money. He doesn't want Jerry Bruckheimer to make this money. He wants Tim Burton to make this money, right? Not only can he make Tim Burton make this money, but you've got Beetlejuice, right? So you've got Michael Keaton, who's you're not gonna take Johnny Depp and make him Beetlejuice. You're gonna have Michael Keaton be Beetlejuice, and you're gonna have Johnny Depp play a character that competes with Beetlejuice, right? Guess who else is in Beetlejuice, bro? Winona Ryder, his first fucking wife.
Oh.
Not only is it his
Yeah.
first, not only
forgot
is it
about
not
that.
only is it his first wife, she's got so much credibility right now because she's on Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So
I was
she's
about to say that.
so she's tying in all these 12, 13, 14-year-olds to Beetlejuice, right? So now you get her involved, you get Johnny Depp involved, you get Michael Keaton involved, Tim Burton involved. You're going to make a fucking $1 billion movie as long as it has a good plot. And and if you put an evil character against Beetlejuice, this plot's going to be fucking fire, bro.
Are they gonna put that song in it? 1 step, 2 step.
I wouldn't put it in.
I would personally.
I would. So if I would do it, it would be on the radio in the background
at the end.
and during a scene. They wouldn't have to replicate the fucking scene again, but I would put it in as a background, like Johnny Depp's like kind of dancing,
Okay.
as he's trying to kill Beetlejuice, right?
Yeah, I feel that.
Something like that. But I'm telling you, bro, like the ball's in Johnny Depp's court right now, so he's able to make money for a lot of people. He's gonna make $1 billion regardless.
Right.
So if he can get his friends involved and get his people involved, why wouldn't he bring Winona Ryder in, who's at the top of the food chain when it comes to the kids right now? Like, the kids don't realize that she's affiliated with Johnny Depp, right? The kids know that she's affiliated with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So you take that character and put them in a Beetlejuice. Now you get these 12-year-olds
Everybody.
that are coming over here.
The world is at this point. Stranger Things is like the #1 show on Netflix.
Beetlejuice 2, bro. Let's go.
Let's
I'm in.
go.
I'm in.
Let's do
2024. I'm
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna
gonna
get 2
guess
years.
December 2024 Beetlejuice. I'm guessing it right now.
I
Today.
guessed it off the mind.
Look,
of the
look, look.
minds.
Well, you were talking about Beetlejuice 1, yeah, and then I was like, yo, we
Dude,
need to talk about this.
I didn't even talk about it on that subject. I just talked about it because it's like a mind-blown thing. I just did.
Yeah.
So that's the date, June 14th, 2022,
It cut off.
right?
It cut off.
So June 14th, 2022. That's the date right there. So
Okay.
in a year and a half, when they start releasing Beetlejuice, we're gonna have to come back into this footage and be like, yo,
Yeah.
he called it June
Yep.
14th, 2022.
Saw into the future.
over
John
2
Ritter.
years ago.
Good old John Ritter. Ask him. I'm sure he knows the answer.
Who?
Time traveler.
John Teeter.
John Teeter.
So John
Ritter.
John
time
John
traveler?
John Ritter
John
Ritter
Ritter.
died.
John Ritter died. John Teeter. My bad. But yeah, time traveler. He would probably know the answer to that.
Yeah. We
But-
need to keep John Teeter on the loop so we can just ask him questions about the future.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know about John Teeter, bro?
I do
All right,
not.
so
I do
you
not.
guys, you've got 2 movies to watch, and then you've got a 30-minute time traveling documentary on YouTube. Just
Yup.
type in John Teeter,
John
All
Teeter.
right.
and so you've seen all the
Not
Johnny
John
Depp
Ritter,
shit.
but rest in
I've
peace,
had-
my
but
dude.
you
But
are
John Teeter.
You guys
John
are
Teeter.
super
Check 'em out.
knowledgeable about other like producers
John
and
Teeter.
shit like that. That
Little
do
Johnny
not know.
Depp.
Yeah,
You know what
for
I'm
sure,
saying?
bro. I mean, you got to when you're in this lane, man. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm in the lane with the movies. Y'all in the lane with the producers.
We
makes us
got to
a
be as
little
many.
different. We can
lanes
learn
as
from each
possible.
other.
podcast, bro.
We
for
got to be
sure.
as many
Learn from
lanes
each
as
other.
possible because there's a big world out there.
Exactly.
Literally.
Oh, she's so mad at him right now.
Yes.
They were both looking at the podcast, and he stepped on her sandal, and she's like, "Motherfucker."
Probably
I
stepped
just
on
bought
like
these.
a
I
toe
just
or a
bought
big
these.
toe.
What are you
Dick
doing?
energy.
All right, man. It's
Like,
10:45, bro. We gotta
we
get
gotta
out of
go.
here.
She's, like,
yeah.
really mad
Hey,
about
it's
that.
All right,
pleasure.
everybody.
Hey, appreciate
Thank-
y'all for checking in.
Another episode of
Sure.
the Powwow. So I appreciate everybody.
thank you for
Episode
having me out.
112. Thank you,
Hey,
Mike, for being
powwow.
on here. Thank you, Kurt, for being on.
You guys are awesome, man.
Check out that view we never used.
Yeah. So at the end, if you're checking this out, look at us.
My girlfriend actually was checking
We're
us
in
out
Sky.
the whole time.
Hey,
Dope,
nice.
bro.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
she's like watching me on podcast. This is my
That's-
first podcast.
First podcast.
Bro,
Literally.
first of many, man. Come,
Yeah, man.
come back in,
It
bro.
was
We'll
fun.
be here.
Absolutely, yeah.
My pleasure, man.
All right, everybody. We love you guys. We'll see you
Appreciate
next
ya.
week in another episode of the Powwow. If you want to be a part of it, if you want to come down every Tuesday, we do this live. If you want to be interviewed, then comment below or DM one of us, and we'll get you on here. So,
Appreciate y'all.
all right, we'll see you
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week.
Bye.
I haven't used this outro yet. Let's roll.
Let's
Y'all
go.
have a good
Bye.
Tuesday.